Ah, alright. You guys hear me? Okay. What is going on, everybody? Hello, hello, welcome. Um, God, I gotta remember to, get my model, uh, set up on Streamlabs. But, hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another stream here on the channel. Hope you guys are doing good on this fine Friday afternoon. Or Saturday, whatever it might be for you. Welcome. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for being here. Man, hope y'all are doing well. I've had an okay day so far. Just ran a few errands with my mom, and that's about it. I did want to go to the gym, but I didn't eat anything this morning, frankly. So, you know, it is what it is. Oh, I had this stream going on. I totally forgot on my phone. I'm gonna turn that off. Although it is kind of related to what we're gonna go ahead and watch for today. Now, I did want to play Republic Commando after this, but I think I'm gonna save that for later tonight. I don't know how often I'm gonna keep doing streams like this, or actually, yeah, like streams like this where I stream like in the afternoon and then I do another one in the evening. I used to do something like that, like a few years ago, but not so much nowadays. But I'm just kind of, I don't know, I've kind of noticed that I've sort of began to do that again recently. So, again, I don't know how often that'll be. But anyways, last night was super fun. Anybody who did tune in last night, thank you for being there. I hope you all had a good time. We finished the Zeta Verka, and just transforming it is just, oh my gosh, it's interesting, let me tell you. But getting it back to its robot form, it was simple, a lot more simple than the Wave Rider. Again, like I said last night, I just gotta mess around with it more, quote-unquote play with it, just to, you know, get used to the transformation mode sequence thing. I'm still amazed, like, the fact that the wings are attached to the arms somehow. That's crazy to me. But, yeah. I'm getting the water slide decals put on there. I only have 2 put on. They take a while to come out, and I don't want to be too rough, otherwise they're gonna break. So, yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead and set this up, though. Where is... screen capture. Let me see something here. Desktop. Trying to see. I don't know if it's not window capture. Wait, how did we do this last time? Window capture. Or was it? Hold on. Is it this? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Why is it all... I don't know why it's like that. Fit this to screen. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Do I have I don't have screen capture on here either. Or display capture. There we go. Okay. I thought I had this like set up. All right, little bit of a remix going on here. Okay. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. All right. So this should be good. Okay. I think we're good. All right. So yesterday, so let me actually put some context here. So yesterday, I keep up with this this dude, this guy, Darkside Phil. You know, there's all these like shenanigans and stuff going around, you know, with his like scamming for money and, you know, all this like bullshit he does, you know. And one of the things that he got into yesterday were Pokemon cards. And the whole thing, like, now listen, I'm not into Pokemon cards. I've never been. When I was younger, I kind of wish I got into trading cards like that, but looking at like how people act these days about Pokemon cards and their like resale value, this and that, and scalping, I don't know what it is, but I think the stars lined up so perfectly on the day I was born that dictated that I would never get into trading cards. Like, ever. Like, as a hobby, as like something to do, to collect. Nothing. The only cards that I have is my Fire Emblem, what is this? Fire Emblem, Cypher? I don't even know what this trading card series, like if you like play these cards, like I don't even know what they do. But I have a Sakura card, because, you know, she is my ultimate go-to waifu. And then I have like an Elise and Kagero card as well, but that came with the purchase, like the little bundle I got. I just wanted the Sakura card. But that's it. Like, I don't care about anything else. And yet here's this guy, DSP, thinking that, oh, let's just sell, or no, not sell. He's not, okay, he's not even gonna sell the cards too. That's the other baffling thing about all this. Like, he's just doing this for the quote-unquote content and hoping to get, like, money out of it, you know, build up hype, which he ends up doing. Yo, what's good, Vandal? What's good? All I have are the Steam trading cards? Steam trading card. Oh! Yeah, I know what you're talking about. When you, like, get achievements and stuff, you get, like, trading cards on Steam. Yeah. I think I have one, from Stardew Valley, like with the wizard. Like the wizard dude you meet in the castle. I don't know. It's been a while since I've played Stardew Valley. But yeah, nice to see you on here. Anyways, yeah, we're just gonna get into it, because my God, this was This was such a train wreck. Also, I do apologize in advance for any lag. This is just, this is my laptop that we're playing off of. It's kind of old.
And I get it, there's a market for it, but at one point do you
Let me
just
know if it's
throw up
too
your
loud
arms
or
and
too
say
low.
it's all
I could
slop?
try to...
Why am I doing this? In fact, isn't it true that Review of the Week just did that? Like
I
a
could
week
try
or two
to
ago, he
increase
put
the
out a
audio
video and he's like,
or lower
listen,
it.
I know that this is my thing on the internet that I'm known for, but at this point, is it even worth it? Like, this stuff is all bad, and I just, he's frustrated because it used to be exciting, and it's not even exciting anymore because the stuff is terrible, you know? So for me, the thing is, I'm just doing it for fun. I'm not making any money doing DSP Tries It. I want
Oh
to be
no.
completely transparent here with you. When I go and I buy food for
But I
DSP Tries
thought
It,
the
on average,
Jollibee
I'm spending
Final
between
Fantasy
$25
meal
to
did
$40
good.
for the meal. I'm not kidding. Like, these collab meals that I'm buying, they're $30 to get them delivered, plus the delivery fee, plus the tip for the driver. So I'm paying like $40+ for this meal.
That's your fault, though.
Even like
That's your fault, bro.
and I put out the video and it makes 1,200, 1,300 views, which arguably makes me between $5 and $10 of ad revenue.
Hold on. Okay. So this is his own doing here, though. Like, and it's his fault for like not even wanting to leave the house anyway to get the meals. I remember when I was in college, okay? I had quite a few restaurants next to me. Yeah, $30 for a meal. For a delivery meal, mind you, for like just a basic like cheeseburger, fries, or like a few burritos from like Taco Bell. But when I was in college, I had quite a few fast food places around me. I had a Carl's Jr., I had a McDonald's, I had a Domino's, and I had a Taco Bell. All right, that's those are the few that I can think of on the top of my head. I remember one day I had wanted to actually order. I think it was two bean and cheese burritos and one grilled cheese burrito. I don't think I got a drink to go with it. I think it was just those three burritos. And I had the app and I was like, maybe I should deliver, right? It'd be kind of convenient, no? And so, I put my order in, I get to the payment processors, thing like that. The fee comes out to like over $30. And I'm like, what? Like for the delivery fee, plus the tax and all of that. And in some places too, keep in mind like DoorDash and stuff, or not DoorDash, but like the restaurant, if they just have like their own like little delivery service, they'll deliver it to you. There's like an extra fee added, so that way they can keep the delivery service going, which is insane. And I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna do that. So guess what I did throughout the entire duration while I was in college? I walked to every single place. I did. They were all like about walking distance. I think the furthest was like the Taco Bell, which was probably like 2 blocks away. But even then, like it was doable. And I didn't complain. Like it just was what it was. And the amount of money I saved too was great. Like I probably paid like maybe, oh man, like I don't even, maybe like a little over, like under $20 maybe on that day. And my mom's beginning to realize this too, like cuz we used to like order in every once in a while, but man, the delivery fees are just like it's not worth it nowadays. Like if the place is close to you, Like, make the trip over there. It's paying over €7 for a meal when I'm at the job. Oh man, how much is that? €7. That's about $8. A little over $8. Man, and while you're at the job, I'm telling you, like, people just need to be smart with their money. And frankly, this guy just isn't. He never was. Like, we're talking about a guy who declared bankruptcy. He was over like 500K in debt, all thanks to a stupid WWE mobile game that he lied to his audience about for years until he finally admitted it on a podcast. It's insane. And the fact that people still to this day unironically pay him. I envy it, but yet at the same time, it's like it's kind of it's impressive in its own right. Yeah. It's really stupid. How do I? Okay.
And that's it.
I gotta double click.
So the way I see it, I like doing DSP tries it because it's fun. It's interesting.
It's fun? You're just eating. How is that fun?
I have a
What?
I guess the problem is I'm 44
You
years
have a
old.
brain, do
I'm an
you?
idiot. You know, maybe if I was a moron, I would go back to these places because they put a picture on the box or a sticker inside of the package, but I'm not. So I don't want to go there and waste money on garbage food that when I walk away at the end of the day, not only do I feel like I got ripped off, but I didn't even have a good meal. You know, like I feel like, oh, I could have had something
What?
much better that I just made myself for my wife.
But I thought you liked the Jollibee hamburger.
LTG's Hui, who just subscribed to the channel. So thank you to LTG's Hui for becoming a sub on Kick.
The other thing too about Phil is like he always talks about how, oh, I'm eating so much healthier, you know, I'm working out, I'm lifting all this weight. Guys, I just maxed out my weight. I'm lifting like over 50 pounds now, this and that, which is complete horseshit, mind you, but you know, and yet here you are like delivering all these meals from DoorDash. I would say something too about his wife, about Kat, but I'm not gonna go that I'm not gonna do that. I can be mean, but I'm not gonna be that mean for today. The last two brain cells left the lobby, dude. I'm remaining on my last one.
I can't believe it. I think that makes 5 this week. I'm not even.
I might have like an
So far
amoeba
this entire week.
uh
4 gifted subs.
substituting
That's it.
for the second.
4 gifted subs the entirety of the week. And keep in mind, I'm not here tomorrow, and I'm not here Monday. So yeah, kick support has been abysmal this week. Although I will say,
Oh
there's been a good
no.
amount of kicks this week, but subs are way down.
Oh no.
You know, totally
The
completely
subs are down.
down, and that sucks. You know, trying to maintain, can't really do.
Yeah, I
much.
know.
There's been a lot of trolling this week on Kick. All right, I gotta get rid
I
of this
wonder
guy who's
why.
spamming Chinese characters to be stupid. Okay, but it's about us chilling and talking and hanging out while I play it. I think this game.
I just
works
say
as a
lift what
playthrough.
you can,
Okay.
you know?
The problem is today, a lot of the times that doesn't fly with the audience. They want something that's engaging in the content, and if the game is not engaging, they just sit there.
Don't
and
let
they
the
complain
previous set
that the game sucks.
ruin the next
And I
set.
think that's stupid because I don't believe that. I truly believe that Forza Horizon 6 would be a good game for a chill stream play.
Oh my god, Forza.
And basically we hang out and we interact and have a good time together. But 9 times out of 10 these days, if the game ain't riveting at first, people don't like it. You know, people can't even sit through a narrative-based game like Directive 8020 anymore because their attention spans are like, you know, 10 seconds. Oh wait, they're still talking. Oh, this is boring. It's a narrative-based game. Of course, they're still talking, and so.
I don't think that's true. I honestly don't think that's true. So a couple things here. So the the thing about these like narrative based games, there's a niche audience for it, okay? Like not to say like there's not one that it exists, but there's a demographic for those kinds of games. I mean shit, like say what you want about mixtape, okay, which is such a huge industry plant that's being like raved about by all these quote unquote game journalists who think they know better than us. But I mean, there's some people who would still play it because they're into that kind of genre, you know? Like it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with attention spans, you know? Like look at Dispatch for instance, you know? Like people like Dispatch a lot, you know? Like people like the options and choices, the narrative of like all these decisions that were made in those games or in that game. You know, it was a huge success last year. I don't think he's actually played it, and I hope he never does too. By the way, um, so yeah, that kind of dismisses that argument. What the fuck else did he say? Oh yeah, Forza. So, God, big up to Repsy by the way, because had it not been for that compilation of him hyping up Forza for like almost a year, and then suddenly out of nowhere just not wanting to play it because oh everybody's playing it early. Oh no, the game is being spoiled online. I've seen everything. I don't want to play it anymore. Like it's such horseshit too. You know? Like for somebody who wants to run an ideal quote unquote business, you know, like how is it that like you hype a game up and then people play it early and then suddenly you don't want to play it anymore? Like what kind of business strategy is that? You know? And people were like, "Oh, like you want to play it with the wheel?" Because for months on end he was like, "Oh, I want to play it with the wheel. I want to play it with this driving wheel I got that we had for the truck simulator games we were playing." And then suddenly he doesn't want to use it anymore. Somebody was like, "Oh, I'll give you $50 if you bring out the wheel." And so he's like, "Okay, do it." Nobody gave him the $50, and he's like, "See, nobody has $50, so no wheel." No, Phil. It like you haven't played a driving game in months now. All right. Like I'm willing to bet. Like I'm believing more of the story that you probably sold the wheel. You probably gave it away. like like $50 to just show everybody that you have a wheel. That is extremely sad, bro. That's extremely sad. It's like me saying, like, I have, like, for $25, I will show you all my Tahu minifigure. Alright, I'll show you the Tahu cosplayer minifigure I got recently for $25. You know what I mean? It's just so pathetic. And you know, here's another thing too. People are not gonna buy um into that tactic anymore, Phil, because you the last time you did it, like everybody kind of got like they just like mogged on you for it. I remember his Dog and Rampa stream he did years ago. Somebody was like, "I'll give you $20 if you do like 10 or 15 push-ups." And so he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna do it." He walks off camera and he just counts numbers. Like we don't even know if he's doing it. And then he comes back and the dude is like, "Bro, we couldn't even see you do them." And he got so mad. He's got so mad and he was like, "You don't even have the $20. You weren't even gonna do it in the first place." Like oh my god, like people aren't gonna buy into that, Phil. Like, fool me once, shame on me. Or, or no. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Like, I know some of your audience can be stupid at times, but you know, for the most part, they're not that stupid. Um, Dispatch not your type of game. That's okay. Um, I mean, I'm not really that largely into narrative-based games as well. Um, I mean, there are a few visual novels here and there that I do enjoy, but uh, yeah, it's not largely my cup of tea. 20 push-ups, yeah. Oh my God. My core memories. Oh, your core memories flashed when I talked about wheel. Um, I remember like in the arcades, like, you know, those like racing games. That's about the closest I have to like a core memory with a driving wheel, like a video game.
I'm not against playing Forza Horizon 6. If that's what you want, we only did the intro. That's all we did. So if people actually are like, yeah, do it as a real stream, I would do it. All right? But I don't think this game's going to have longevity. Like, I feel like we would do 1 or 2 streams, and then it would just fail, and no one would care about it. I'd be shocked if the first stream I do of it,
Phil cannot
only
even
had
do
10
like
engagement and support
10 push-ups
based on knowing what the
with
game
good
is
form, mind you.
and seeing people's reactions to it last night. I'm not kidding. The first half hour, people were like, oh, well, I guess Phil was right. Last night, all right, I know that my wheel is in the closet there, but it's buried in a bunch of storage containers. So
Why is
a
it in the
troll
storage
said,
containers?
"Oh, well, you sold the wheel." I said, "No, I didn't. I have it right here."
I think you sold
And
the
they said,
wheel.
well, I'll give you $50 if you pull the wheel out. And I said, no, that's not how it works. You give me $50, then I'll pull the wheel out. Not I give you.
That's what he just said. That's literally what they just said. Wait, hold on. Let me replay that.
Out. And I said, no, that's not how it works. You give me. And they said, well, I'll give you $50 if you pull the wheel out. And I said, no, that's not how it works. You give me $50, then I'll pull the wheel out.
That's the same thing. Is it not? Like, what do you mean that's not how it works? He literally said the same thing you did. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Oh, wow. That's actually really cool, Vandal. Um, Man, you know, I kind of wish I don't really have any like peripherals or anything like that, but one of these days, you know, I'd like to like map out the controls on like I don't know, like you know like a DDR Dance Dance Revolution dance pad, like plug that into the PlayStation or something, like see if it can register and then maybe I could like play I don't know. What would be a good game? Like Dead Space or um like one of the Arkham games. That would be crazy if it's even possible. I can't on Steam. Maybe, but I mean then again, I'm on Mac. So, yeah. I'll probably get back to you on that in a few years or somewhere in the future. I don't know.
Not I give you something for free and then you reward after. You give it to me now. And of course they refused. And
Maybe
no
it could
one
work
did.
on Mac. I don't
The
know.
wheel's right there, but I'm not convinced that the wheel would make the game any better. In fact, I did some research last night. In general, what people are saying is that the game actually is much harder to play with the wheel. Hence why my trolls have been asking me to play this game on the wheel.
That is I call massive cap on that. You mean to tell me that a racing game, like a game franchise centered around race cars is not suitable for like a driving wheel made by a development studio that has been working on this franchise for years and know probably the ins and out of like how automobiles like function, drive, perform. I call massive cap on that. Like we gotta fact check this. There's no way. Nobody is saying that the wheel makes it harder for on Forza 6 than a controller. Which I mean, probably like okay, like for most people who are playing Forza Horizon 6 right now, I'm willing to bet maybe like at least over 80% of people who are playing it on controller, right? Because the game is dedicated to like Xbox, right? And I think it's on PlayStation 2 and Steam, right? But like mostly probably for like Xbox. But to say like they're ignoring or the wheel is difficult because of that? No. Um let's see. Um how should I type this? Is using, let's see. Uh, let's see. Will Forza Horizon 6 be good? Um, I need like a definitive answer here. Um, let's see. What are people saying? Feels decent with a wheel, or is it too arcade? What the hell? This one's saying like don't play it on PC without trying the Logitech wheel. Uh, Ask GPT. You know what? That might be smart. Or actually, hold on. Maybe I'll ask Grok. Please don't let me sign in. Okay, thank you. Because sometimes it signs me out, and I'm like, fuck. Okay, let's see. Um, so, um, was playing for 6. Um, oh, it just gives me this like. All right, it gives me like a fence sitting, uh, answer. Learning curve, speed of the game, setup matters. Okay, so basically it's pretty much just like control mapping and just getting used to the wheel. But that's kind of like with every other game though. Like even outside of racing games, just getting to know the controls and the feel of certain games. That's not really much of a peripheral issue. That's just skill, which Phil does not have at all. Like nobody is saying this is like much more difficult. And he's trying to say, "Oh, it's the trolls who want me to use the wheel." When you yourself were hyping up this game and had wanted to use the wheel for months on end. All right? Big ups to Repsy, by the way.
They want to see me struggle. They don't want to see me have a chill time and interact with my audience and have a good time. They actually want me to suffer. So that's why they've been asking me to pull the wheel out of the closet and try to play with it, because it's going to make the gameplay significantly harder for me.
Yeah, even like trying to like control your character, like what to do.
Sorry, I don't make content for trolls. But if all
yes, you do.
Idiots in chat screaming,
just doesn't know it.
You'll never see the game. Not once will I play it. Okay? So it's that simple. Either
I hate how he has to be so smug about it.
Treat it as a chill stream, and we see what's going on. We have a good time together, or you don't get it because I don't create content for trolls. I don't care about them.
You do.
It sounds like this because people are talking.
You do
so
care
low,
about
you can
them.
hear them, and you're like, why are they talking so low? I don't understand what they're saying. Why don't they speak up? I don't.
He does care about the trolls. All right, and the greatest example of that would have to be when the bank leaks came out, like back in 2021 or so, and they got so massive, like people were like becoming more aware about it, that he had to open up and say that, oh, I became a victim of identity theft. And he never filed a police report or anything. And yet we're supposed to believe that, oh, his identity got, you know, stolen. All his banking information was stolen. All around at the same time the bank leaks came out. Okay. Yes. The learning curve is content? It kind of is, in a way. Like, I think the more time and dedication you give to, like, knowing, like, certain aspects of the gameplay, how to build your characters to be, like, more stronger, more flexible, right? There definitely is like an element of skill to games that can either make or break them. I agree, Vandal.
The volume goes up. Whoa, high octane! This is great. Let's go. Let's jump. And then in between they go. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the next race, and at the next race we're gonna set it up with some off-roading and some dirt biking.
Have you tried adjusting the audio, Phil?
That's what it sounds like. It says, "Hey Phil, can you start talking just like that now on streams?" Sure. From now on, we're going to talk.
Bro, just set the VFX, music, and dialogue audio. Like, readjust them.
Let's go.
Why you gotta be like that?
Sucks. There really isn't much around here, like I said, for variety that I haven't tried yet. For the record, people are incredibly upset.
That sounds like a you problem.
I'm serious. There's people in Kick Chat who are
Oh
absolutely
my god.
their shit.
Thank fucking god his camera is set up the way it is. Like this one right here. Because, oh my god, we'd probably see, like, more of his stomach. Oh, man. Like, Phil, thank you for doing that. My eyes have been saved from needing to be bleached. And yet, at the same time, he's got fucking gloves on. like he's some kind of aficionado. Like, bro, okay, the fact that, like, he doesn't even know much about Pokemon cards to begin with is one thing. Why the fuck he's wearing gloves to open them? Like he's a collector? I don't know.
Is about to open Pokemon cards on stream. That's hilarious.
Oh yeah, by the way, he spent $300 on this. $300 on this quote-unquote investment for content. He wants to play the game on easy mode, complain the reward is shit. Exactly. 100%.
Here's what it looks like. Snover. The normal card.
But as long as he's getting paid, you know, he'll endure it.
What is this? Mega who? Mega Latias EX.
Mega Latias.
Mega Latias EX 280. It's metallic. It's very shiny.
Mega Latias. Hold up. Let's look this up. Let's see. Mega Latias EX. How much is it going for on eBay? Oh my god. Wait, I saw one for like $1.75. Oh, please load. Please load. 99 cents. He's getting so excited. What's for 99 cents? $1.70. Meanwhile, I'm seeing like, oh man, who is that? Oh man, that Charizard is like $1.50. Bro, this card is that doesn't even that's not even good. My laptop is kind of slow. Probably also because it's in the dual monitor, but dude, that's funny. 99 cents. Congratulations, Phil. I mean, at least you could sell it, but fuck. Oh man. 500K in debt. Hundreds no longer have meaning. Yeah. And keep in mind too, he was able to get his bankruptcy in during COVID.
It's a $3 card.
So it was like an over the phone call with the
probably worth like a couple bucks.
with the court.
Not a big deal. All right. So hey, it looks nice. It's my first nice looking Pokemon card. It probably has like next to no value, but hey, it looks nice. Okay? All right. Put that to the side. $2 on eBay. Is it seriously $2? I don't know.
That's $2.
So many different feedback.
That's literally more than the bat.
Right? Less than $1. All right.
How do you say that? Stoofle? $2.
Okay. $1,000 card. Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Oh my god.
The cute bunny Bunnery. How cute. I have absolutely no idea if it has any value. It's a nice
It doesn't.
card. It's a
We just
$1
looked.
card. Is
It
really
doesn't.
$1?
$1.
Tip here. Someone tipped $1 and said I'm shaking. No, I'm not, but thanks for $1. 60
You're always
shades
shaking.
Of gay. Did 500 kick says, would you smash or pass low punny? No, I would not smash any Pokemon. You are a disgusting freak. Thank you for the 500 kicks. I appreciate that very much. Because here's the thing. I don't have financial goals on my streams and haven't since
I think some of
November.
y'all would.
But if I say, oh, well, if we hit a certain level
That
of
low
support,
bunny.
I'll open a pack of cards. What's going to end up happening is people are going to be like, you have goals.
He's selling his
Don't you
reactions.
know you have goals?
His reactions
So
are just
obviously, I don't
crap,
want to do
bro.
that. I don't want to go 2 steps forward and then 2 steps back. Does that make sense? So the question
Thank
is,
God this isn't like a
do we do it based on if
like a
someone
video
does
reaction
well?
he's
Like, let's say
doing.
someone does a $100
Like he
contribution,
pauses
that's
every
absolutely
10
good. We commit
seconds.
to opening a pack of cards then,
Or even
if
less
there's a
than that.
$100 contribution,
And he'll just ramble on and on and on.
we could do something like that.
That's why he has to like
Drop 20
do like
subs
4
for $100
streams
super chat,
just to get through like
or
a video that's like
$3
an
per
hour and
membership,
20 minutes
33
long.
memberships. Right? Because people are like, oh, well, why so much? Because I only have 31 packs left. You understand? Right? Come on, Frog.
Oh
Let's
my
have a
god.
close off, Frog. Yeah, come on. Yeah. 1 pack per.
I'm sorry you guys had to see that. This is a 44-year-old man, by the way. Got his business degree in college. played Street Fighter in his FGC phase back in the late 90s, early 2000s. Got 4th place at EVO 2004. And here he is in like what he considers the quote unquote peak of his career. I don't even like consider myself to be at my quote unquote peak. I don't have much. I don't have a whole lot um of sources when it comes to income. But dude, I can tell you like right now 100% I'm feeling pretty good. Like I would say I'm in a better spot than Phil. Like I'm sure 100% everybody who's tuned in or like watching this right now is in a better spot than Phil. And he's over here like flexing his 2-inch biceps. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. There's a joke to be said there because there's since you mentioned stable, um, people compare Phil to be like a pig, and for some reason, um, the detractors call his wife a horse. So while Phil is playing in the pig pen, Cat is out resting in the stables. So, oh gosh. Anyways,
Pokemon
I had to
stream,
make
one
the
pack
joke.
per trading card stream, and for $100 contribution. That way, here's why I want to do it that way. Because then we have a chance to open a pack on any stream, right? Like literally any stream we could open a pack. That's cool. Otherwise, it would only be during Pokemon streams and only during trading card streams and no chance of opening packs otherwise. And I want to always kind of have a chance to do it. Some
That
people
sounds
say
kind of
50 rather
lame.
than 100. Well, here's the thing, okay? Here's why I'm apprehensive about doing every 50, okay? Because, quite frankly, as you saw, that was not quick to do. When I'm going to do this, I got to move my stuff. I got to adjust the camera, interrupt what we're doing. I don't know if I'm always going to have the gloves, to be honest. That was kind of a funny thing to do for the first time. I doubt I'll always have the gloves on me or whatever. Just
The gloves were cringe.
okay. But it takes
That
a
was
while to do.
complete
It's
cringe.
going to be disruptive to the content that we're doing, right? Now, let's say, for example, I'm streaming a game and we get three $50 contributions.
No.
A $50 contribution early, a $50
No.
contribution middle of the stream, and one later. It's like, so what we're going to do, just unpack cards the whole stream?
So a pack is like 50 bucks? 50 bucks for some fucking cards? Bro. Like, okay. This is absolute like insanity here. This is the same guy who like whenever he plays Pokemon, he goes like for $20, he'll name any Pokemon that he catches. Like whoever donates 20 bucks gets to name a Pokemon. And now it's 50 bucks for like just some packs for like a children's card game. I feel like, you know what, after this, we're gonna look at some Pokemon card fights, like between scalpers, because I'm not gonna lie, like Phil's behavior over this is one thing, but man, that pales in comparison to like the kind of shit I see on X posted by Poke Streets. All the flashy lights around him are designed. Oh, you know what? That's actually a good catch, Vandal. Like, he has all of these like lights around him now because he thinks it's like an improvement to like the quality of his streams and this and that. It's a good investment. But you know what? I hadn't even thought of that because a lot of like what the detractors um call his fans, the people who support him, like unironically, they refer to them as dense. like like whether they just like don't know any better or they have like some kind of mental disability, which some of them actually do. Okay? Like whether they post that online or people like dug up info about them, they actually do. So just to kind of like stimulate them and like get their attention. Oh my god. Yeah, like all these colors. Got the RGBs. He's wearing this like light green shirt, you know. It's like one big advertisement, man. It really is. It's a sad, pathetic one, too. Oh man. Yeah.
I feel like the $100 price point.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say too, because I was still going on about the $50 pack thing. It would be like when I was opening the Lego custom minifigures series, like that box the other night, it would be like, guys, I'm not gonna open any of these until we get like someone like donates $30. Like $30 per box, and then I'll open them. Like, dude, come on now. Or not even $30, like $5, because it's like a pack of 6. Yeah, I would be a lot more fair, but I'm never gonna be that stingy. I would never seep that low. Not like this scumbag. Not at all.
Means that every once in a while, on a rare
How do you
occasion,
even do
you'll
that
get
with
to
a
see
straight
packed
face,
cards,
too?
but it won't be intrusive to the content that I normally put out. And every once in a while, someone drops $100. That's a special event. You know what I'm saying? It would be something cool.
Bankruptcy
Here's the thing,
2.0 cannot come
here's the thing
any
I don't
sooner.
want to do. I don't want to be reliant on hitting an arbitrary number because my streams don't have goals like that anymore.
Yes, they
For a
do.
long time. First it was 100, then it was 200, then it was 150. Right?
Dude,
Now I don't need that anymore because we're doing good.
if you don't need the goals anymore, and if you're doing so good, then why do you constantly beg Kick to donate subs? If you don't need the goals anymore and everything's all good, then is it like on some streams when you get like $30 to even like a little over $100? Why is it that like anytime you get like that amount of support on your streams, you then say it was like a slow night, it wasn't good, the support was terrible? Like why do you say that? It's interesting. Watch a lot of short-term content. There's nothing more that attracts me than the type of this stimulation. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, here's the thing though, Vandal. Like the thing that this guy does constantly is feign ignorance. As in like whatever issue he has, he'll say like he doesn't have it, like any sort of insecurities or any sort of malbehavior. He'll say that other people have that behavior when the reality is he himself has those insecurities and malbehaviors. Like he's at war with his own shadow. And the worst part is he doesn't even know it. Yeah, it's just sniffing up copium in 4K. Exactly.
We've been doing good on every stream. I have no complaints whatsoever.
Or
Thank you all for that. Don't have to worry
720p for that matter.
going back to that. I want this to be a way to say, hey, let's party atmosphere. Let's have a special thing that we're doing now because someone decided to support in a big way, and it could happen at any time. I do feel if I do $50, it's going to be too common. We're going to be doing it too much, and this box will be gone within like a week or two. I'm serious.
What do you mean it's going to be
This
gone?
box will be gone, and I don't. That's the thing. Like, I wanted to have this be something special that lasts a bit. I don't want this to be gone in a week, and now, wow, well, Phil, you're going to get more? Well, this thing costs a lot of money. I don't want to have to be ordering them once a week. That's crazy, you know? No. See, that's what I mean.
So what? So let me raise this question though. What does the viewer get out of watching you open $1 worth of Pokemon cards? What does the viewer get out of that? Because I see a lot of these clips from what's that app called? Whatnot? And I think even eBay has like little live streams that go on of people opening up card packs, and then they'll bid them right on the spot, right? Like that's one thing, right? That's one way to get like the viewers engaged in that kind of content, right? Because they can like pitch in and at least try to earn something. Like everybody involved is like satisfied one way or another. You know, the utility outweighs the value or the cost. Phil's, on the other hand, has more cost than it does value or utility. Because he's really just opening the cards up for himself. He may say it's for the content, but the reality is he wants the money. Like, you give him something and he'll just open them. And that's it. You don't really like aside from him just opening up anything, there's no value to that. There's no value to that at all. And he thinks he's going to get through this in like a week or two? I hope he doesn't. I hope that box sits and collects dust. Like, nobody gives him like any money and says like, hey Phil, I want you to open up the Pokemon Mega Evolution box, see what you get in this pack, you know? Like, that's some bullshit. Yeah, it's literally just reactions. That's it. And he wants money to do a reaction. Like, everything about this guy is like a matter of like getting money no matter what. It's opening up cards, eating junk food, checking out like indie games, like playing them for an hour and then stopping. It just never ends with this dude.
Pull goal. I want to do it in celebration of something special, you know? Why do it in tying to money? I'm not. We're doing it in tying to the content. We're doing it on Pokemon streams and if I play the trading card game. But I want to do another way so it's not just those streams. Because maybe Phil will do a pack tonight if someone does a big contribution. Or let's be honest, maybe someone's like, oh, I really like this game. Man, I want to support it. And I know if I do a good contribution for Phil, he'll open a pack too. And that's for everyone, you know?
If I give Phil a contribution, a good contribution, he'll open up a pack. Oh my god. It's the finger wag. It's the finger wag that gets me. As he says that. Dude. Oh no, dude. He said, I remember like a few years ago, he was like, he said something like, if we hit a certain amount for a marathon or something, if he got like X amount of money, he would shave his goatee. And he never did. Because he never got the money anyway. I mean, that's how low this guy is. It would be like me saying like, "Oh, I need like $15 to secure a streaming schedule." What? It doesn't make any sense.
Who would be willing to do that? Is there anyone even honest
Nobody is
right
willing
now
to
who's
do
like,
that.
Yeah, if Phil had a $50 reward to open a pack, I would do it.
I wouldn't do it. You
The
wouldn't
great
do
news
it.
is you seem to be misinterpreting. He goes, people can spend $50 to watch a TCG streamer open cards and ship it to them. This isn't a card
Yes.
stream. My content isn't cards. This is
Okay.
a special thing.
So why are you doing it?
Already providing you an entertaining stream, a podcast, a Pokemon
But
gameplay.
he's not wrong. This is entertaining, but not in the way he thinks.
Store stream, a Lego Batman stream, whatever it may be. You're already getting the content. This is something additional to that. No one's going to say, I'm going to give Phil $50 so he opens a card pack. They're going to say, I already like his content. This is good content. I want to support it. Here's $50, and as a bonus, we're also going to get to see a card opening today.
So they are giving you $50 for to open the card pack. Like they can unironically like the content enough to give you the $50, but even like whether they know it or not, you're gonna open the cards anyway. So you give him the $50, he'll open the pack. That makes no sense. Like, he'll ask $50 to go to the bathroom. Oh my god.
That's the difference. This is not, my business is not, I bought the cards to open and ship them to people, and that is my content. That's not my content. You're getting it wrong. You're thinking, oh, well, Phil, there's already competition out there for $50.
Like, he has these useless cards.
That's not even the point of it.
That's the other thing. He has all these useless cards that he's gonna do nothing with.
Was also doing something completely different to entertain you, and also was shipping you cards, then you'd have a point. But all they're doing is fucking sitting there waiting for money to open a card pack and send it to somebody. That's a little different than what I do.
Well, but the viewer would have a chance at getting something, though, for the money they gave. Whereas, like, you're just opening them and showing them off. That's it. How can you legitimately, like, have this as an argument? And like I said, he's opening up these worthless cards. He's gonna do nothing with them. Like, if he keeps opening packs, he's probably gonna get, like, some duplicates and stuff. And he's just gonna have them collect dust. Like, I got a few duplicates when I opened up the minifigure packs. But I'm giving them to my nephew. Alright? He'll enjoy those with his Lego sets. They did a good job on the quality of those too, by the way. All the arm printing and all the designs on the torsos. They did a really good job on this series. I'm just saying, like, for $300, you know, and then getting 50 just to open a pack, and the viewer gets nothing other than to just watch you open them. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's like, oh, I'll give you money so that you can eat Taco Bell and just watch you eat Taco Bell. Oh wait, he already does that. Fuck me.
Judge Dredge says, I would do 50 for Magic the Gathering packs. $50, you'll have more people do it than 50. If you make opening the shorts videos, you will want to turn over and have more variety of pack-style Pokemon or other card games. You confused me. You've addled my brain. It seems
You have
like
no
people
brain.
are now pushing for 50. I don't know. Again, understand that we're already going to be opening these naturally during streams of Pokemon or if I do the trading card game. This is not something that's always tying it to money. It's not supposed to be about that.
What do you mean the trading card
I
game?
bought it to be an additional piece of content. For
You don't play the trading card game.
We'll do it. $50. If someone does a $50 super
50
chat,
bucks, guys.
10 subs,
50 bucks. We're opening them up for 50 bucks.
17 gifted
Snort.
memberships or a super sticker for 50. A $50 contribution. All right. At, during a stream. All it has to be in one go, too. It can't be like, oh, I give you a $5 super chat, then a $5 super chat, then a 5, then a 5, then a 5, then a 5 over 24 hours, and then all of a sudden it added up to 50, and now at the end, no. You do it all at once. With the intention to say,
No,
hey,
no holding out.
too.
No holding out, pay pigs. You give me the 50 now. You don't do this like this bi-weekly payout of 50, no. You got to give me the 50 now. Don't hold back. It's going to reach a cascade. It's a meltdown. It's a Oh god. It's a code black meltdown.
Alright? That's how we're gonna do it. Straight aces, you have no point.
You
have no point. I've already disproven what you were saying. You don't know what you're talking about. Thanks.
Oh, I thought he was saying Phil had no point. Because Phil has no point.
Sign the cards and mail them? No. The cost of mailing alone will be more than the card. There's no point.
You know what? That's true. That's true.
We're not opening packs for life. That's not happening. Sorry.
He's actually right on that. I would not. I don't know if I'd ship a $1 card.
And if someone does a $50 contribution in one go, whether it's 10 subs, 5,000 kicks, 17 memberships, or a super chat or a super sticker, or a $50 tip, we'll open another pack. And that starts as of right now. This very moment, it has begun. Okay.
Good choice, Vandal.
And
Good
for
choice.
the record, I also want to say this. It has to be the intention of the contributor. Meaning, let's say, for example, someone tips 50 bucks, right? And they'll be like, hey, so I want to support this game, and let's do a pack on opening. Okay.
Wait, did he get a binder?
Zero interest and don't want pack openings. That's okay too. You can.
He got a binder for this?
This is just to support your streams, and that's okay too. It's
Bro.
dependent upon the person who's donating. Okay. All right. You got to understand that the pack opening will take some time away from the stream. A few minutes, or maybe 10 minutes
okay.
each pack opening, right?
Sure.
Because of that, there may be people who are like, no, I want maximum gameplay. I just want to support your stream. Here you go. Don't do the card opening because I want to see more of the game. That's okay. I don't want people to feel like, oh, because I'm contributing, now we're all obligated to see cards. That's not the point here. It's supposed to be a fun thing. It's an option for someone who wants it. It's not going to be something that's forced upon everybody. Okay? So we shall see. By the way, I'm putting everything back, fully expecting that I'm not going to get a $50 contribution during the stream. I'm putting everything back. Yeah, so it's a $50 contribution, and say, yes, I want a pack. That's how it does. And I'll talk about.
So you have to say.
If you want to do a pack opening, it's a $50 contribution.
So you have to say.
Yes, I want a pack, and then
you want to open the pack when you tip 50.
Someone just says, "What if I do a $49.99 super chat?" Yes, that counts. I consider $49.99 the equivalent of $50. Don't worry, I won't say, "Oh, you owe me a penny."
Okay, I guess.
Okay. It's any stream of $50 contribution.
Well, thank God.
Open a pack. That's how it works. And then
So forgiving over a penny.
Pokemon streams and the trading card game streams moving forward. That's how it's gonna work.
Gee.
So right now, if you dropped 50, I'd open a pack right now, and then I'd have to do this again because I put it all.
Wait, you just said they had to say it. You just said they had to say, "Oh, like I want you to open the pack as they give you the 50." Now he's saying, "Oh, like $50 now." It goes to opening the pack. Which one is it, Phil? It's so funny how like he finds himself in this contradictory predicament within just a few seconds. I don't even know how that's possible.
I just got an anonymous $50 tip, and this person says, let's rip a pack right now. I'm not kidding.
Oh my god.
All right, well, I guess we're opening another pack.
Well,
to end the
gee.
podcast, everybody. $50 right now. Let's go. Ooh.
Game over,
Real
yeah.
shiny.
The game was over
Power
long
Pro.
ago for Phil.
People are saying sleeve it. I don't believe you. I don't believe that it's valuable. It's an energy drink. What does it do?
It looks like,
I can't even read it. The text is like illegible.
It looks like
black on white.
body
I can't read that
armor.
shit. Is it $3?
Like
It's
the
a full
drink.
art card. Sleeve it? You guys are serious? Should I sleeve it?
Or some
Could they call
Powerade.
this a full
Yeah,
art card, I'm
Powerade.
being told? No way. I'm not kidding. I got another $50 tip. Can we open
How much?
another
Wait. How much is that? Someone's bullshitting him. Wait, did he sleeve the...
It's a full... It's like illegible.
Yeah, he sleeved the bat, I remember. What is that? Premium Power Pro. How much is that? Let's see. How much is that card? $4! Are you kidding me? 45 cents, 40 cents, $4.99. This one says 17. He's paying himself all that. You know what? People do believe, and there's reason to believe this, that whatever like big contributions he gets on streams are actually fake. Like there isn't an actual person tipping. Because there used to be this guy who, like, back a few years ago, every stream, every like afternoon stream, at this exact time, some guy named like 1 Minute Man would show up and he'd do like a $15 or $20 contribution, but you would never see like an animation or something pop up for like when he got the tip. Now granted, he got suspended off of Streamlabs because of like hateful conduct and stuff he was doing, so he's like limited on the animation stuff that can and all that can play. He still has animations that can play for like super chats and all of that, but not for tips. So even then, like you could never see 1 Minute Man's like tip. Like he never did like an animation or anything for that. And so come to find out, all right, through like some digging around and things like that, 1 Minute Man like turned out to like not be real. That's crazy. I don't even remember how he went about you know, with all that speculation, but yeah, 1 Minute Man was just never there. Some of the Steam booster packs cost more. Oh, dude. That is hilarious.
Can't read that shit. Is it $3? It's a full art
Oh,
card.
$3.
Sleeve it? You guys
I
are
didn't
serious?
hear that.
Should I sleeve it? It's because they call this a full art card, I'm being told.
A full art
No
card.
way. I'm
Wow.
not kidding. I got another $50 tip. Can we open another pack?
Oh my god.
Holy crap. All right.
Holy
we're doing another
crap.
pack, everybody.
$50.
Wow. Thank you, whoever that was. Another $50 tip. We're doing a third pack for the stream. No, I was not expecting to be opening 3 packs on the very first stream, but I guess we're doing it. Ooh, it's a foil card. Hologram.
Ooh, hologram.
Meganium. Meganium, not Meganium. It's Meganium.
Meganium. How much? How much? Meganium. What's this? Mega Evolution. Or no. It's not even Mega Evolution. It's just Meganium, right? Let me double check. Yeah, Meganium. Meganium. How much? Meganium. I'm trying to see. 40 cents. 40 cents. Yeah, Mega Evolution. That way we can see more. $0.40. How much on eBay? What's this one selling for? $2.49. God. Pennies. Chump change. Getting chump change from $300. That's what's insane. I mean, no wonder. Like, I fucking hate the scalpers, but you gotta admit, like, if you're getting like 40 cents to like $2 cards, you know, it kind of makes sense that you would kind of want more in hopes of like getting the more expensive, more valuable cards, while at the same time trying to like earn back uh the money you spent in a way. But I still don't admire that. I still don't admire that practice. We used to buy and sell Steam items to get free games. Mm. I mean, it's an option at least.
It's worth $3. Do you think so? If
But good for you though,
a
Vandal.
$8 contribution, whether it's a tip, a super chat,
Yeah, good on you.
10 subs, 5,000 kicks, etc., etc., and they say, hey, let's open a pack, we'll open a pack. Okay? That's how it's going to go moving forward with these cards. See you Sunday. Peace out.
Oh, thank God. Podcast is over. Gee.
Okay, now I got to change my camera around because we're going to do gameplay. So let me do
The
this.
gameplay.
Let me do this.
Is this... Wait, does he play Forza? Or what's
Okay.
the rest of this?
So
I just
thank you
wanted to
guys
see,
so
like,
much. I
the
hope that you guys
the
enjoyed
cards.
The podcast. I'm going to go on my break now, which will be like 10 minutes. And then we're going to do 2 hours of Lego Batman.
Oh, Lego Batman. I don't want to watch Lego Batman. No, I don't want to watch him play Lego Batman. I don't want to see him ruin a good game. That's terrible. I don't want to do that to you guys. I wish he would play something like Mixtape. That's the perfect game for him. Doesn't have to do anything. You know, the game plays for him. Oh, man. What a sad dude. And how he touts all this as success is insane to me. This is crazy. I'm gonna get rid of this as well. We're not gonna watch him stuff Jollibee in his face. I watched some of that. I was like, oh no. No, I should not have saved that. No, you never did. 80 euros worth of game skins. Dang. Okay. Opportunity fell right into your lap. That's pretty crazy. You know, it's funny. The other day, when I was still like opening up those minifigure packs, because I ordered one off of Amazon, and then the shipment got delayed to a few days, and I was like, oh man, because I really wanted to open it on the day it arrived. So it came a few days later, And then I opened it, and I was like, okay. Like, it was what it was. I didn't get, like, everybody or, like, the figures that I wanted. But, you know, I still got, like, some new ones, some duplicates here and there. It was whatever. A few days later, I get another package, and it happens to be another one. And I was like, what? Because I never ordered another one. And I looked on Amazon and stuff to see if I was charged. Like, no. No, I wasn't charged. So I think they sent me another one in case I never got my package to begin with because of the delay. It's kind of weird, but I liked it though. At least that's what I assume. It's I assume it was uh out of good sentiment. Oh wow. Damn, that is a score. That is a score if you just paid 5 and then you got like 80 euros back. Yeah, that's hella profit right there, my guy. Um okay, so that is it. That's pretty much what I wanted to watch. But let's see some more. Um there's another video from this girl that I wanted to watch. Gen Alpha can't read and it's getting worse. There's one that she did on hobbies though. I think it's more down here. If we can find it. Because I've been saving up on that video for a while. Yeah, it was a while ago. Yeah, this one. TikTok destroyed hobbies. I'm gonna tell you this. They can destroy all the hobbies they want, but they better not touch Gunpla. That's all I'm gonna say. You leave Gunpla alone, TikTok. You leave that shit alone.
I clearly have a bit of a colouring book addiction.
I did some damage. This is the third order I have placed this month.
I found some on the TikTok shop.
Got off the TikTok shop.
I got both of mine from TikTok shop.
With TikTok shop.
Oh my god.
In my opinion,
Did you
they're
see
all
that?
worth your money.
She like dumped all that.
Remember when hobbies were just fun? You colored because it was relaxing. You read a book because you actually liked the book. Well, then TikTok came along and decided that hobbies weren't for enjoyment anymore. They were for content. And somewhere in that shift, the joy disappeared because now you can't just do a hobby. You have to perform it. And that performance comes with rules, aesthetics, and a giant price tag. Because TikTok doesn't want you to enjoy a hobby. It wants you to buy one. And the first hobby that TikTok ruined.
And people make that their
Yes,
personality these
coloring,
days.
That thing you did as a kid while your parents argued in the background. Well, it's back, but not in a good way. Because
See, the worst thing about like by the way, I'm gonna see if I can change the quality here. I think it auto sets. Oh, it's like auto to like 720. What the hell? There we go. Like I said, like everything these days have to be like, it has to be catered to content. No matter what. We've gotten to a point now where anything can be like deemed as profitable. Like opening up fucking Pokemon cards, showcasing these coloring books apparently for like views, and these books, these markers, these paints, fucking Lego kits, bro. Like everything nowadays is just content. Like someone did a live stream. I forget who it was. They were like they're a known Twitch streamer. But like they gave birth live on stream, bro. Like an at-home birth too. And I mean, it's beautiful to watch. Don't get me wrong. Like I think there's a beauty to like seeing like a baby be born, of course. But like the aspect of having it like be live streamed as a form of content just it throws me off. it's just weird to me. Um, Steam delisted everything on the Steam market, making all the items ramp out. Oh yeah, yeah, that would make sense. Yeah. Um. Oh man, dude, I would have. Oh man, what, dude? You were smart to take advantage of that, bro. That's like I see people like sell games that you can't like get on the eShop, like the Mario 3D All Stars collection. Like games like that, those go up in value pretty good because they delist those games or delisted them on the Switch. Here, I actually, you know what? I gotta hit the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Don't do anything crazy while I'm gone. All right, I'm back. What I miss? Hopefully not much. We got hacked, didn't we? We probably did. I don't know. Anyways, where's my thing? There it is. Okay. Man, you know, I was just thinking, Vandal, since you brought up like items kind of like being out of the market, it kind of reminded me a little bit of like Lego sets nowadays, you know? Because some of like the older sets, like what people will do is that they'll buy boxes and boxes of these sets, keep them for a while, and then once they're out of the market, they'll resell them for like a higher price. Yeah. There's a new Asmongold clip. Oh. Oh, if there's anything I missed. All right, I'll check that out. But yeah, that's just something I thought about while I was away. Anyways.
Because coloring now is kind of intense. Because right away, it feels like there's this pressure to take it super seriously. TikTok immediately pushes you these super perfectly blended, hyper aesthetic pages that make it very clear that this is not a casual.
My mom kind of does.
Okay, this is art. And because everybody
Kind of does
has
those
the
coloring
same
books.
handful of coloring books, it somehow weirdly becomes this competition.
Like she has those
Color
ones
the
where
exact same page better. And before you
it
know
has a
you're just
number.
coloring for fun.
It's like a design,
How to shade, how to build
and there's
enemies,
the
and
numbers
how to
on like
describe
each
yourself
part of
exact
the
like
picture.
everyone else and realizing I'll never be
Every
like
number
you.
is like
Oh my God.
a
When you
color.
spend all day coloring a page and you realize
That's what
it's
she
not
does.
that ugly. When coloring becomes too stressful because the other people are better than you and you get no views, so you just sit there slowly losing passion and talent. What do you mean you're
What?
losing passion over
What?
coloring?
Over
This is supposed to
yes.
calm your brain, not
Over
give you
coloring.
performance anxiety. She doesn't know it yet, but the coloring she spent hours on will only get 300 views again. Dude,
Oh, close to
this
3
was
a.m.
never
All right.
meant to be
Well,
like
thanks for
a
being here,
daily
Vandal.
thing. You don't have to post your pages online. My God,
Thanks for tuning in,
hobby
man. I
is
appreciate
supposed
you
to be
have
something you do for
being
yourself
here.
in your spare time. It doesn't need to be filmed.
You have a
And
good
being
night, man.
validated by strangers on the internet.
Stop comparing yourself to everybody else on here who does different styles like in their most immaculate, time-consuming way.
I'll be back in a little bit, later this evening, where I'm from. I'll be playing a little bit of Republic Commando.
Yes, yes. If the pressure to color the perfect page doesn't ruin your day,
So if you're interested, you can tune in.
supplies
Or if you're up,
definitely
I don't
will,
know.
Because on Color Talk, nothing works like a normal hobby, okay? 'Cause
See
these
ya.
creators aren't posting magazine quality hyper blended pages from the same trendy book. They're posting their massive supply hauls. I might have gone a little bit overboard. Just a little overboard.
A little
What it
overboard.
looks like starting Coloring Talk.
There's Mummy's mortgage. Oh, there's the food that we could have had this month. In it goes. Oh,
What?
there's our holiday to Bermuda going right in the cake.
Now the funniest part about this specific creator is that she posted this giant haul around this
Bro,
time
how
last year,
many
and scrolling
shades
through her
of
page now, she
markers
has
was that? And those were like the same shades.
creator is that she posted this giant
Like
haul.
look at this. Like this one here looks the same as this. You cannot tell me all of these markers are different shades. Some have to be the same. Or don't tell me they bought certain like packs of markers that have like that they're the same, that have all the same colors. Like the packs have, like if there's one pack that has like the same color of pink as another pack, they bought those packs, but only because each of them had like a different colored marker. 320. I can't. What do you do with that? Why do you need 320 markers? You're never going to use all of them in your lifetime. If somebody stole one marker out of that container, they wouldn't care to notice.
Around this time last year, and scrolling through her page now, she hasn't posted about coloring in months. It's
Cat
literally
lady.
cats
Of
with,
course.
what happened to the coloring?
Cat lady.
Yeah, so to me, this kind of just feels less like a coloring hobby and more like a shopping hobby, because you really don't need all this stuff to color. If you actually love coloring, then the satisfaction of just doing it should be enough. But for a lot of these people, it seems like buying the supplies gives them more joy than actually using them. which is fine. You know, do whatever you want with your money, okay? Just be aware that if you get all giddy waiting for the Amazon man to show up, maybe that isn't the best long-term wellness plan. Retail therapy is not a substitute for actual therapy.
There's mummy's mortgage.
And by the way, I'm not blaming the everyday
Oh my
creators
God.
who all in on a new hobby, because do whatever you want with your money, right? I don't care. But I am gonna blame the influencers who push these absurdly expensive supplies as beginner must-haves. Because apparently you can't just pull out leftover coloring pencils you've had since middle school. No, are you some kind of evil peasant? No, keep up. This is serious business now.
It's 2026, bro. Your 3-year-old is gonna be using like acrylic markers.
This has a good variety of colors, as you can see. Like, you're able to shade with them.
$200. Okay.
200? What?
As you can see, like, you're able to shade with them.
$200.
179.
Okay.
What? Go back.
Has a
Go
good
back.
variety of colors, as you can see. Like, you're able to shade with them.
$200.
120 colors, dual tips, alcohol art marker. $197. What? There's no way. Like, are you really gonna be so invested into coloring to the point where you would make such a big investment like that? And let me guess, the people who buy this amount of markers, they buy more. They buy more because they need a certain shade. They want a certain color. That's probably close to, if not the same, as the one here. What are we doing?
Or, if you want to go full out, you can get the 320 set.
Okay, let's see.
The 320 set, what's... I'm scared. 397? Dude, how many were in there? The 320? Oh my god. Dude, that's my face too. Oh my god.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with the first ones.
And then next you're gonna need some acrylic markers. These
The
are
acrylic
for
markers.
adding details to your pages.
60. Okay.
60.
Coloring book. So I have 3 recommendations. Fuzzy Huga by Vivi Tinta. It's a very cozy coloring book.
$6. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
There's also the berry coloring.
Okay,
Fairy
$6.
Green coloring book from Amazon.
$18. Okay.
And then
18.
more higher quality, we got Bobby Goods. So this is on cardstock paper. It's on her actual website.
35.
30.
Okay. 380.
$30.
This is a beginner? Okay, how much can you make donating plasma? Between 30 and 80. Now at this point I had to stop and ask, why are all of these influencers promoting the exact same markers and the exact same books? Are they getting paid?
You have been waiting for Ohuhu
Yes.
to be back in stock here on TikTok.
Look at all of these markers that I got off the TikTok shop.
Do all of these people actually really care about coloring?
It's all a ruse.
Is it a hobby for them, or are they just trying to make a quick buck off of the trend?
My new alcohol markers finally arrived, and I have been
It's a ruse.
patiently waiting for these to come.
Click
It's a
the link
scheme.
above my name to grab a set for yourself.
Because it makes sense that they would push the most expensive product because they'll make the highest commission. So, I don't know. Is the intention
It's a
pure?
social
At the same
operation.
time, I get it. People gotta eat, blah, blah, blah. And listen, I cannot talk. This video is literally sponsored by ZocDoc. Take it away, Shira, too. Before we keep going, I want to give a big thank you to our sponsor, ZocDoc. You know that moment when it's 11 p.m. and you're supposed to be asleep, but instead you're 5 tabs deep into why does my chest hurt and already planning your funeral? Last month, I convinced myself I had
Sometimes.
every disease the internet has
Yeah.
ever indexed, and the reason was simple. I didn't want to go to the doctor. Not because I'm scared of needles, well, but because finding a doctor feels like filing taxes blindfolded. Who's in network? Who's taking new patients? What is every
Oh, I thought she was gonna say like medical bills.
Which is a free website created to help people find and book appointments with doctors who are in network and close in distance. It's also great for people like me who experience anxiety when scheduling appointments by helping you choose the right provider for your needs. And it's so easy to use that you can just click to instantly book an appointment. And ZocDoc isn't just for one type of care. They have more than 100
That's pretty convenient.
across nearly every specialty, from primary care to dental care, eye care to urgent care to mental health and more. It's the one-stop shop for all your healthcare needs. You can just
Hope those
search
doctors are real.
and book an appointment instantly. No phone calls, no awkward please hold music. And if you're picky like me,
You just booked the appointment there?
Reviews and doctor bios. So you actually
I don't know how I feel about that.
I started using ZocDoc when I first moved to Austin, Texas, because every doctor that I called wasn't taking new patients. ZocDoc really helped me find one that is a network and was taking new patients, and all I needed was to get my prescription refilled. It was super easy. I literally got an appointment the next day. So it's definitely a lot easier than having to call 20 different clinics. Try to see which will actually work for you. So if you've been putting off that checkup, stop scrolling the internet. And
Alright, well there you guys go, ZocDoc.
It's also linked down below. And you can instantly book a top-rated in-network doctor today. Now let's get back to the video.
Let's get right back into the news.
Okay, but serious, if you're picking up a new hobby, you should start small. See if you like it, because most of the time, the novelty will wear off pretty quickly. And that's normal, okay? But what's not normal is sinking hundreds of dollars into a hobby before you even know if you like it. Why would you want to be stuck with 500 markers and 10 half-used coloring books?
Exactly.
Donate half of those
Exactly. It would be like, it'd be like spending like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like oh god, what's a good comparison for in Gunpla? I don't know. It would be like spending maybe like $50 or so for a real grade Zeta or a Sinanju. As a beginner too, by the way. Or maybe even like anything complex. Like a real grade or a master grade. As somebody who's like trying out. Like right away, getting their feet wet. Like chances are, I don't know if people would like that. Like they would get into the hobby. Like for me, when I started, I got kind of lucky because I remember the story goes like about almost a year ago. I went to Hobby Lobby with my mom because she wanted like stuff for the house, and we were passing by like the model kit aisle, and she was like, "Hey, yo, you want to like go down there, see if you want to like get into models and stuff like that?" And I was like, you know, okay, sure, why not? Because I knew I have some of my friends who are into Gunpla, like they were building some. I was like, okay, sure, why not? And so I was checking it out, you know, and I see some kits here and there. And I see an entry grade level RX-78, okay? I was like, okay, entry grade, I'll get that. And then I also saw a high grade Rising Freedom. And I was like, okay, I'll probably get that too. I had no idea what to expect out of the grades, by the way, because I wasn't sure if, you know, like when I see high grade, I'm like, whoa. So like, how many tiers are there in this? Like, I have the entry grade. I think this is like the very, very beginning. But is there like a basic grade next? Or, you know, is high grade some kind of like higher echelon of quality of the build and stuff like that? I had no idea. Pretty much like some of my knowledge of Gunpla stems from self-experience. Alright, like part of it. Like being acquainted with like what to expect from like a high grade and a real grade, things like that. But yeah, like as a beginner though, like she's right. If you're gonna like start out with something, try not to make like a huge investment right out the gate. You know, find something that's more cost effective and then make a decision from there. That's how I did it.
It's up in landfill. Also, don't shop on TikTok Shop or Amazon. Buy secondhand off of Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
I actually looked up some secondhand markers, and
Yeah.
it's all there. Ohuhu and everything. Lots of popular
Or AliExpress.
Speaking of
Oh
books,
man.
let's talk about
Maybe
book
never
talk,
again.
another hobby that TikTok completely ruined.
Oh
So
no.
TikTok actually pushed 59 million book sales in 2024, which is up from 13 million in 2020. Which,
Wow.
I mean, on paper sounds amazing.
Okay,
right?
people are
I'm
reading.
so happy that people are
Nice.
reading. But when you look
People are
into
picking
it,
up a book.
The reality is much more grim because most of those books that are being sold aren't actually being read. They're just being collected.
Huh?
Let's do a book haul. Okay, so 99% of the books that I got, I know nothing of. Only know what I know from TikTok reviews.
This lady bought an entire library in one afternoon because the algorithm told her to.
So yeah, this is my book haul. Let me know.
You mean to tell me? Hold on. No. No. You mean to tell me this girl bought all these books, all these fucking books at Target, doesn't know what the fuck they're all about, doesn't have a clue about the author, the story, the content, the reviews, anything. She got all those because they're just popular on TikTok. See, these are the kind of people who like who would do like the cinnamon challenge because it's popular online. Man, I had high hopes at first because, oh my god, all these books are being sold. That's great, but fuck me, nobody's reading them. It's all for the content, like I said. It's all for the content.
Which ones I should read first after 10 o'clock, and if you recommend any more books.
She's never reading all these books. She knows it, we know it, and God knows it. At some point, we have to admit.
Yeah, God
This
knows.
is not a reading hobby. This is a buying hobby. Book buying has genuinely become a separate hobby, completely detached from reading itself, and Book Talk celebrates it. And people don't even try to hide it. They say it openly.
Reading books, definitely a hobby. Buying books, not reading them. Buying more books, also a hobby.
Scroll Book Talk for just 10 seconds and you'll see
Oh my god.
It's hauls, aesthetic shelves, reorganizing videos. That is the content, okay? I'm actually reading of the books.
Like, okay, I'm gonna admit this, okay? There are several books that I have up in my bookshelf I haven't gotten to read yet. And it's mostly because I was so busy at school, I was away at university, you know, and now that I've graduated, I'm back home, and now I have this time to read these books. Like I'm slowly getting back into them, like I'm reading them, but I haven't like read them all. But at least I like care enough to where I actually want to pick them up and read them. You know? Like I picked up Frankenstein not too long ago. Up on here. Mary Shelley. Not bad. Not bad at all. I kind of want to read Dracula next. And just kind of looking at here, at my shelf here. What else do I have? Brave New World. The Count of Monte Cristo. That's actually one I want to actually pick up on. because I remember reading some of it a few years ago, and then never finished it. So, I'll probably just restart that. It's a big book. Yeah, Dumas.
Really happen as much as TikTok would like you to believe. BookTok isn't just encouraging people to read, it's encouraging them to consume.
I kind of want to reread The Three Musketeers again.
Romance books are becoming fast fashion. There are authors and certain kinds of books.
D'Artagnan.
They come out with a book or two a year, and you can kind of feel that like they're feeding into the market instead of like actual writing. Whether it be that there's not enough editing, the story doesn't make any sense, there's no plot.
The creators feel pressure to post constantly, but reading a whole book takes time. So instead of reviews, discussions, and actual opinions, BookTok has defaulted to the fastest form of content: hauls.
Let's go through my new book.
Oh no, book haul.
Somehow managed to accumulate a few more new books.
I mean, it's the exact same cycle we saw with the 2010 YouTube and Shein hauls, except now the fast fashion is books. Nobody has time to read them. So
Dude,
the only thing left is, you know, the
dude.
I did some damage, so let's do a haul.
Okay, here's my birthday book haul. We're gonna do this backwards.
Hate to these creators again. Building a giant library full of books is awesome. It's my dream. I'm
Yeah.
genuinely jealous. I rent. I physically cannot own a library with that many books unless I want to fall through my own floor and end up living in the unit downstairs, okay? And some of these setups are insane. I mean, this BookTok creator literally has...
Holy shit. Dude. How you find... How did you assemble this? Oh my god. I like this. Where's my mouse? Because it's pretty small. Okay, here it is. I like this. The little bench shelf up here. That adds like some personality to it. She's got like the ladder here that can go across. I just want to know how you did this. You like stacked bookshelves on top of each other. And then you got some that are like up here, mounted on the wall. Like, it's incredible to look at, but like, dang, are you reading those?
Handmade shelves for all of her books.
I feel like it's been a very long time since I've addressed this. So
Probably.
Let's get into it.
I don't know.
So all my shelves, I actually built on my own.
She built the shelves.
Bought every piece of wood, sanded the wood, painted the wood, measured all the shelves out. We hand cut every single curve on these curved shelves.
So she's actually built all of this
Oh
in just 2
my.
years. And my question is, how do you fill up all of these
She
shelves with that many
she's in it for the love of the game.
I have legitimately reached the place where I have no more space on the shelf. Like, I am stacking
This
books on
is oh my god, you see that Wheel of Time like shelf right here? It spells it out. Man, that is crazy. This is Bibliophobe final boss. That's crazy.
each other just to get stuff to fit.
And they curve too.
which should take a lot of time, effort, and luck. You know, it's about finding rare gems in side streets of a random bookstore in a random city, okay? You know, a collection should contain things you've interacted with, not things you bought because they were trending on the app that day. And that's part of the problem.
Yeah.
Talk makes people blind buy books the same way Perfume Talk makes people blind buy scents. purely based on, vibes and a 10-second review. And when you constantly do not finish books, your impulse buying, it's not because you're lazy or not a real reader, it's because you're buying books based on marketing, not your actual taste.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? I'll attest to this as well. Like, there have been times where I've gone to like Hobby Lobby or even like some stores that happen to have like Gunpla. Like when I go over there and like I kind of see like their selection, I'm kind of like, I don't really know if I like what I see. But at the same time, like I end up like getting something because, I need to like have my time that I spent going over there worthwhile, And don't get me wrong, there have been like times where I haven't found anything and I just walked out. But there are also a few times where I've had that moment where it's like, I should just like get something because, I'm already here, Like that's how I felt about with the high grade Lupus Rex and the Geon Ultron. All right. And don't get me wrong, the high grade Lupus Rex, like that's a nice kit. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like all that grand or anything, but it's okay. Right? I mean, I kind of wish the claws were colored instead of just being black, but I get it. That's an okay kit. And then the Geon Ultron, I mean, it doesn't really have much going for it, but I like how you can like detach the shoulders so they can be like these claws. I like that. That's cool. But yeah, like I mean, I will definitely say getting into a hobby has really shown me like one like Gunpla. It's kind of taught me some values as far as like not just having some kind of skills that are applicable with your hands and stuff, but also your mindset. As far as like how to save your money, budgeting, saving up for like sales or where to look for Gunpla, things like that. When to buy, when not to buy. Yeah. Whereas these people, it's like, oh, I gotta get everything. I gotta get it like right on the spot. Like, no, not at all. I mean, admittedly, the Verka Zeta, I was kind of hesitant about getting, but I got it anyways because I really did want it. That was one that I was really after, and it was on sale, so.
Why you're reading so many bad books.
Yeah.
If you're routinely DNFing books, it's telling me that you're not reading them in a store before you buy them, which tells me that more than likely...
I just wish there was another store around me that wasn't just like Hobby Lobby.
And you blind bought it. Publishers are getting the feedback that people are buying a lot of these books. That these
I mean, there's like a Barnes and Noble and stuff, but like they don't have much. I didn't even see Gunpla last time I went there.
Incentivized to pick up more books like that book that you will probably continue to blind buy even though you don't like them. Good books have always existed alongside bad books, but if there is a trend in the books that you are purchasing that it turns out that you don't like the way they're written, or you don't like the plot, or you don't like some other element of them, or you think they're not as good as a book you read 10 years ago, you are contributing to the problem by continuing to tell publishers to option and publish more of those books. There's definitely a problem where people are pushing, and by people I mean influencers, are pushing books because they are paid to do so that are probably not that good. But I strongly believe that we all have a lot more power than we think we do, and I think it's time for some people to take responsibility for their own purchasing decisions.
That's the thing. It always goes
exactly.
back to influencers, TikTok
exactly.
affiliated products. Because do you think that this lady with this amazing library bought all these books herself? No, a lot of them are paid promotions.
Sure.
And every other day there's a new book talk book trending, and another special edition to another book you already have, which triggers FOMO and artificial scarcity. And that's why people buy multiple versions of the same book.
Yeah, and well, the other thing too about the books are that they have like like, obviously it's the covers, you know, they're colorful, they have like maybe some kind of artwork to it, or like imagery that stands out to the buyer or the viewer, and so it makes them want to get that. It's not necessarily about what the book is about, the content, the plot, the story, narrative, themes, any of that, the characters, none of that. It's just the visuals, you know? Like, I see, like, on this one, like, at the bottom, like, right here, there's, like, some kind of, like, there's some characters right here, right? Like, I don't know what that is. That's supposed to be, like, the moon or something. But, you know, that catches my eye. I kind of want to know more about that because of the art right there. Or this thing right here. This looks like some kind of, like, something up in space as well. You know? These, like, at the bottom here, they're, like, they're colorful. You know? There's some kind of, like, there's some kind of symbols here. Like, what's that about? You know? It catches your eye. Things like that. And maybe that's where the compulsion to buy these kind of books stems from. You know? It's kind of like what we were talking about earlier, you know, with Phil, like having this, all of these colors, all of these like things around you, and getting people to buy them or like buy into it. Right? And it's not even just catered to the cover as well. Like there maybe even be like artwork in the actual book itself that looks good. Maybe the pages, there's like some sort of like gold that surrounds the outside of the pages, you know, or even at times, like, I've seen books where they're painted in such a way on the outside where if you bend the books a certain way together, right? Like if you have the pages slanted, they form an image. And that's pretty cool, right? The problem is, though, that shouldn't be the only selling point of a book. Like it's great that it has all of this imagery and stuff to lure a person's attention to get it. Cool, that's wonderful. But you have like 100 to hundreds of pages of content in this entire novel, in these books. And they're never gonna be read. They're never gonna be seen word for word, page for page. It's like, it's such a huge double-edged sword here, and it's such a shame. It really is.
How are there that many special editions of the same book?
That's
almost as tall.
That's one book? That's all for one book? What book is it? What is that? Fourth Wing? I don't even know what that is. This is the same book. And there's so many different editions of it. From who? What publisher? Who went through with this? What?
Was her. The only time I have repurchased a book, it's because I got a signed copy of my favorite book. That's it. I don't care if it's in a different color, in a different shade, if it has a sprayed edge, I don't care. Also, the sprayed edge trend, I am such a hater, okay?
Sprayed edge.
Welcome to the collection. On the shelf you go. I'm in severe credit card debt.
Am I the only one who thinks they look super gaudy and trashy?
Let's rank all of my sprayed edges from best to worst.
They could have done so much better than this. Plain red, 16. Now this is stepping it up. I love the black and red combo.
Oh, okay, that's what it's called. Yeah, when they have like a design on the outside like that. I guess they call it a sprayed edge. I mean, that's nice. That's cool.
The details are gorgeous, but it's still not completely wowing my socks off.
It's wowing my socks off.
Pretty and cool, but like even like the idea.
I wanted to take my socks off right now.
Would stress me out because I'd feel like I'd have to like color coordinate all these colors and then have to buy books to like color coordinate them with the other books that I own. I mean, it's also like kind of pretty
What
clever
a snob.
because
Yeah.
it'll make you buy the whole set, right? Because you have to make the picture happen for some of them. You're gonna get the 4 books so you can get Edward, Bella, and
Oh my
Jacob
God.
in this AI generated field together. And I'm pretty sure
Is AI. What? What? Fuck is fucking AI image fucking spray edge? Are you kidding me? Are you fucking
a
kidding
lot of
me?
these are AI because I found a bunch of these like little
No.
TikTok shops doing all these sprayed
No.
edges, and it's like
What is that? Aragon?
so AI. Now another side effect that nobody really
Dude.
talks about is libraries. Because they kind of become useless in this book talk ecosystem. Because if the whole culture revolves around owning books, curating bookshelves, color matching sprayed edges, the idea of borrowing a book from the library becomes kind of pointless for the algorithm because you can't monetize library books. And that's the saddest part.
It does,
because
doesn't
that's
it?
the only place that books are free, they're sustainable, and community driven. And it kind of gets treated like it doesn't exist because I never really hear anybody talking about libraries. So to a lot of people who like don't have giant amount of money to like pour into this new hobby.
Under consumption TikTok, yes, we're talking to you. You see that? Get a freaking library card. Cool thing about me is I have 2. This isn't just one. Get a freaking library card. If you're really wanting to talk about under consumption and stop spending money, you can get movies, you can get music,
Yeah.
you can get ebooks.
Yeah.
No matter what I say, the book talk community will always clap back. And one of my favorite reoccurring
Yeah, W libraries, bro.
why are you mad at a community that loves to read?
The argument that book talk has an overconsumption problem, on surface level, makes sense. But the further that you think about it, the less sense it makes. Through most
Let's
of
see.
history, women have had to secretly consume romance books. Okay?
Okay.
So why are we getting mad at women for building these bookshelves full of books that they love? The art of creating a library is becoming a lost art. You need 1,000 books to have your own library. Who is doing that anymore other than book talkers? It is a lost art. The love.
Hold on, we're going through. Okay, so there's like 2 points made here, and I'm lost. I'm already lost. So let me get this straight. So one demographic from back then used to read these novels. Therefore, we should have so many of these novels. Do you understand how flawed this is? Like, okay, like, sure, like, let's make the assumption that, okay, like, women back in, like, I don't know, like, back in the day, they read romance novels. Okay. How many novels did they read? And how many of those novels did they actually own? Because I would be willing to bet, under, like, the society they were in, and, like, the conditions and all this sorts of other stuff that was going on, maybe the economy and things like that, who knows? They sure as hell ain't buying, like, books that completely fill up their fucking wall. Okay? Not a single one. Well, maybe, like, a few. Just a few. But those are the exception from the generality, okay, of the reality, okay? We have no idea, okay? Like, we don't know how many books, on average, women were buying, right? And whether or not they were even romance novels to begin with, but that's another thing, okay? That's number one. And I hate this argument, too. Like, whenever somebody makes an argument where, oh, this demographic went through this and this, right? Or they did this, therefore we should be justified to do this today, right? Which most of the time happens to be a situation that's already been, like, either resolved, like, years ago, or there's some sort of sediment, like, from back then where it's, like, not enough, so we're justified to do this in a way, and we can get away with it. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know about the rest of you. But anytime I hear an argument made with that kind of premise and conclusion, it never lands for me. It never does. All right, so, but that's number one. Second off, okay, I never thought a library was considered a quote-unquote lost art. Okay, like, we have libraries. There are public libraries to go to. There's bookstores even. Like, if you want to consider those as a library, like, they have a plethora of books for you to get. And, you know, like, I mean, you're not even obligated to, like, read or, like, buy the books at the bookstore even. Like, there's people that I see at Barnes & Noble all the time. They'll pick out books and they'll read, like, chapters of those books to see if whether or not they're interested in them or not. They may not even pick up anything at all. Or not, like, pick up, but I mean, like, buy anything. You know what I mean? I see it all the time when I go through, like the cooking section. Like, I had to get something for my mom for Mother's Day. She's into baking. There were some people who were reading, like, cookbook recipes and stuff from these books. Like, visual novels, manga. Especially the manga novel. Or the manga aisles. Like, people just picking out these books and just kind of going through them. Nobody's telling you to form a library. And it's certainly not a lost art. I don't know when we've considered that a lost art. I never got the memo. I don't know if any of you got the memo. It's just weird to me. What else are you saying?
Reading is also becoming something that we are losing.
Okay.
Why are you getting mad at a community that just loves to read?
Because hardly anybody's reading in that community. Like, okay, maybe you're reading the books, but that doesn't mean you have to make this generality that just because you're reading the books, everybody else is reading the books. Like, nobody in book talk, the vast majority of people in the book talk community, they're not reading the books. They want it for the content. They like the art. Nobody's reading. Nobody's reading.
Let me be clear, I love reading. Those books in the background are not just there for decoration, okay? I have a tiny library because I have moved countries, moved places. I can't, if I have books, I will give them to a thrift store. But my point is, reading and buying are different hobbies, okay? And companies are...
I do admit, I need to get rid of some books.
Another thing that book talk girlies love to do is tell you that
There's some that I'm just over with.
If you're not reading 100 books a year.
Can we stop with saying that reading 100 books a year is over-consuming? I am a self-proclaimed slow reader.
Okay.
I can easily knock out 100 books a year. I
don't
understand the discourse around consuming too many books. I don't think that is possible.
Here's the thing, okay?
Reading seems fascist.
No, oh my god.
No. That's not the point. Now you're adding an ad hominem to this. No, you're making a terrible argument towards the end. You were doing so well, and then you brought up, like, these people criticizing it to be like fascism. No. Here's the thing, okay? If you're actively reading these books, okay? If you're actually, like, doing yourself a favor and opening these books up, reading them page by page, word for word, line per line, paragraph per paragraph, getting to know the story, the plot, the elements, all the kind of stuff. If you're actively doing that, okay, I would say you're justified in buying those books. All right? The problem occurs when you buy the books and do practically fucking nothing with them. Okay? Like they're just up there collecting dust. Like okay, so you know, like I've started this Gunpla collection, right? Like almost a year ago. And so I have quite a few that are up on my shelf. But even to this day, I still go up and, you know, I pull some off the shelves. I mess around with the joints, the limbs, you know, get them in different poses, and then put them back on the shelf. And the kind of other beauty about Gunpla that I will say is that they're kind of one of the few mediums out there where that the kind of purpose that they have, and I use kind of a little strictly here because there's a little bit more to it than just what I'm about to say. But the kind of beauty that Gunpla has is that they're meant to be displayed and then they can be left alone. All right? Like you're meant to admire them. You're meant to gaze at what you've created, you know? And you have the choice, the option to just pose them, maybe even customize them. That's how deep the hobby goes. You're not just limited to what you get out of the box, even. You can even take it a step further to improve the quality, the visuals of your model kit. Versus a book that's meant to be read, but, well, here you are just collecting dust. they're just gonna be weight, added weight to your bookshelf. Fantastic. And no, nobody's saying, "Oh, it's fascist," you know, to criticize people who love to read. No, that's not the argument.
Nobody, you know what? Buy whatever you want, do whatever you want. My God, this is just a discussion, okay? The thing is, though, 100 books a year is fucking insane. That is absurd. 100 books a year is just 2 books a week. It's not an insane number. I agree. 2 books a week.
2 books a week.
Jobs, families, responsibilities, depression, erectile dysfunction, executive dysfunction. I'm also kind of wondering what kind of books you're reading, because you know what? If
That's
you read
true.
2 books a week, how long are they? How
Yeah.
challenging are they? Are you reading philosophy?
Yeah.
History? I'd love to know. Now, it turns out, like, a book influencer actually gave some tips on how to hit that quota, and somebody on Twitter made a thread talking about it. I saw a book influencer give tips on how to read more books a year. They were listen to audiobooks on 1.5 speed, skim long passages of text, read novellas and graphic novels to hit your reading goals faster, which is fine if your goal is to consume as much as possible. It's the same when I see people argue that audiobooks, graphic novels, etc. count as reading. The beauty of being an adult is there is no teacher or parent you have to justify your habits to. There is no one besides you keeping track of what you aren't reading. You're free. Anyway, I get it. Hitting arbitrary metrics you set for yourself, i.e. reading X number of books a year, can be satisfying. Love to hit an arbitrary metric. But man, isn't literature about so much more than conspicuous consumption? Wise words.
Read 100 books last year because I
Very
saw
wise.
everyone else setting those kind of reading goals the year before, and I was like, oh, I can do that. But it sucked ass. I thought it was a challenge. I wanted to impress myself. I wanted to stay on top of the conversations that were
I know we're like halfway through, well, nearly halfway through 2026. Or going to be, at least, here. Maybe within like almost a month. But I think I would enjoy reading like 100 books a year. That would be great. I mean, I'm sure it would be maybe a slow process, especially like, you know, like as she said, you know, like how long the books are, the complexity of the language, the tones and all of that. But I mean, not tones. What the fuck am I even saying? Or even just like finding like the time to read these kind of books. But I don't know, like 100 books in a year? That's great. I think that's great. I think that's a wonderful goal. Don't you guys think?
Happening. I finished a lot of books that I hated simply because I didn't want to waste the time starting a new book. People spent years of their lives on these books, and I would be annoyed at the last 25% because I went over my allotted 3 days
I mean,
time. I want to savor a book. I don't want to feel rushed through it. I just think reading should
who's
be
rushing you?
cramming for a test that I'm never gonna take.
Now, I just want to say this, if you don't regularly read or if you haven't read in years, that is completely fine, okay? Finishing one book should be a massive achievement. You should be proud of yourself.
Yeah, even one book.
Yes. Especially in the world where shorts and TikTok exist and, you know, they're always distracting. You know, your only goal should be to just to read more, even if it means 3 pages
Yeah.
before bed, which is what I usually do, and then I just clock out because I'm tired. My God, read 1 book a year, read 50, read 300. Who cares? But just read more. I do want to say it's not all bad. I do love that we're reading more. I love that women are picking up reading. I do just want us to explore maybe more classics, different genres, you know, try to explore beyond the TikTok shop influencer algorithm. And
Well, as far as when it comes to genres, I mean,
on TikTok, like
good luck with that.
How many copies of Stone Maidens have been sold? Everybody's asking my dad and I this, and we wanted to tell you guys first. I'm literally trying not to cry when I tell you this, but after months, years, decades of no sales, my dad has sold 65,000 copies of his book this month.
Wow.
So many people have rediscovered reading and
That's
improved their
nice.
mental health because of book talk. So it's not all bad. And if I haven't said it enough,
That's pretty good.
I just want to make sure that
That's a rare book talk W. Good job, guys.
those that are performing the hobby instead of actually doing it, usually with the intent of being a rich influencer.
That's the one good job you'll get out of me.
A lot of people get sucked into that aspect due to TikTok or even YouTube. TikTok Shop is literally an MLM, and it feels like people care more about looking like they are a part of the hobby than actually doing the thing. So yes, you don't have to perform for the algorithm. You don't have to let anybody know that you're coloring or reading. Just do it for yourself and do what makes you happy and spend money on whatever you want. I love you, and thank you to my beautiful YouTube members. Please join if you want exclusive videos every month, and I'll see you on the next one.
Okay, cool. That is it. All right. What was this? What video is this? Is this like game graphics or something? Modern games versus old games. Okay. Oh man. Oh man. I would say I didn't there we go. I didn't play the video. I just wanted to get out full screen. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. I think it's my laptop just being old. But it could also be something on my computer that's making it run slow. I do have it set to where it's like a second monitor. That could also be why. I'll have to see like what I could do to try to make it maybe a bit faster. Okay. Well, I've been wanting to watch that one for some time, and that was actually a good watch. Yeah, that was pretty good. Let's watch one more, and then we'll close reactions for now. Then I'll be back to play some Star Wars Commando. I kind of wanted to play some afterwards, like after this, but I'm like, I think I'll just save that for like tonight in the evening. Again, it's very rare that I do like 2 streams at once in the same day, but I don't know, I'm kind of feeling it. Alright, let's watch this one. This will be our last one. How Lego brainwashed an entire generation. Since we brought up Lego earlier.
In 2026,
I'm gonna grab my Tahoe.
LEGO is doing something that should feel
Just
illegal for a kid's toy. It's selling grown adults a $500 box of plastic and making them feel responsible for buying it. Not guilty.
Oh, yeah?
Not I shouldn't. Responsible. Like it's therapy. Like it's mindfulness. Like it's self-improvement.
It's mental health.
The part is that the people buying these sets aren't just collectors. They're regular adults who don't even think of themselves as Lego people until they build one set, put it on a shelf, and suddenly their home starts looking like a showroom for a brand they used to step on barefoot as a child. That's the real shift. Lego didn't just survive the modern economy, it hacked it. While most consumer
evolved
brands are
it.
getting squeezed by inflation, by online price wars, by TikTok trend cycles, by attention spans collapsing, Lego pulled off the opposite. It turned slower into better. It turned nostalgia into a premium product. It turned playing into wellness. And it turned a toy into one of the most resilient consumer businesses on Earth, posting record revenue and profit in 2024. But if you want to understand how Lego became the cleanest addiction in modern capitalism, you have to start with the part most people don't know or don't remember. Lego almost died.
Yep.
Not had a bad year. Not lost some market share. Lego, the most iconic toy brand on Earth, reached a point in the early 2000s where it was genuinely in danger. The company expanded
The sets weren't really doing good.
too fast into businesses that looked like growth on paper but behaved like slow poison in real life. It chased theme parks. It chased media. It chased weird product lines that didn't feel like Lego.
Yeah. Yeah, they were making the same mistake that K'NEX did. Because if you remember, we even watched this when we were watching the Lego Mario versus Lego K'NEX, or not Lego K'NEX. Oh my god, Lego K'NEX. Lego Mario versus K'NEX Mario video. The thing about K'NEX is that as cool as it was to like make like the roller coasters and all the stuff that you could make with a K'NEX kit, it was such a niche market versus something like Lego that was more attractive with the bricks and all the other stuff you could build with them, right? So, you know, K'NEX was kind of limited on that. But then when they went with Mario, that was like their pinnacle. That was their like, that was where K'NEX truly peaked. They invested into something and it worked out for a while. But then over time, gradually, as they drifted away from like the Mario Kart sets into like the more traditional Mario games and centered sets based off of those games, and then also like the character packs as well. Like they were fun when they first started, but then over time they just became more of the same regurgitated cycle, you know, like we kept seeing the same characters, the same kind of quality of builds of these stages and stuff. It just wasn't the same. Give me a moment, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, everybody in the chat's gonna get banned. Y'all were DDoSing me. Okay. But anyways, yeah, they made that mistake because they invested so heavily into one thing. They put their eggs in one basket, and then it just completely collapsed in the end. That's why you no longer see Connects on the shelves. And Lego was like making that same mistake back in the day. And then Bionicle like saved them.
Discipline to pull it off.
So of course it
And the
did.
more it grew, the more it lost control of the
It's fucking
one
awesome.
thing it couldn't afford to lose, the brick.
Yep.
That near-death experience is the hidden engine behind everything Lego is doing now. Because Lego didn't become great by accident. It became great by learning the hard way what happens when you forget what you really sell. Lego's core product has always been a simple magic trick. A system, not a toy. A system that lets kids, and
Exactly.
now adults, build anything,
The innovation.
rebuild it, and feel like reality is negotiable.
Creativity, imagination.
But it's also why Lego has remained relevant across generations. It's not one character, one franchise, or one storyline. It's a language. And when a brand becomes a language, it stops being limited to childhood. The first phase of Lego's empire was pure invention. The interlocking brick system, as we know it today, arrived in the late 1950s. And by the 1960s and 70s, Lego was already building the idea that it wasn't selling finished toys. It was selling potential. That idea is powerful because it's the opposite of modern passive entertainment. You don't sit and consume Lego. You participate in it.
Mhm.
You create. And
You
creation
build.
does something to the brain that no streaming platform can replicate. It makes you feel in control. But the truth is, creation alone doesn't build a modern mega brand. Not in a world where kids have infinite content, infinite games, infinite distractions. Lego had to evolve, and the way it evolved explains why it's so dominant now. The second phase of Lego's empire was franchising, turning the brick into a wrapper for the most powerful stories in the world. In the late 1990s, Lego made a decision that quietly changed everything. It started licensing major entertainment IP at
Star
scale.
Wars.
The most famous early
Yeah.
turning point was Star Wars. Suddenly, Lego wasn't just a generic building toy. It was a way to physically own a
It became
piece
part of
the
the
movie
media.
universe.
Yeah.
That unlocked a new kind of customer behavior. Collectors.
Mhm.
Adults. People who weren't buying Lego for play, but for display, nostalgia, and identity.
Yeah. And that's unfortunately what Lego has really kind of become nowadays. It's not even just like I know there's like the Ultimate Collector sets that people get with like the Marvel or Star Wars. I think even a few like DC sets are under that line as well, Ultimate Collector sets. But it's mostly like Star Wars and Marvel, really. Because DC hasn't really like put out anything in a while. But or actually, I take that back. There was the Arkham Asylum set that came out maybe like a year or two ago. But anyways, even just like the general sets as well. Like they're so bland. Like they recreate like these scenes from certain like movies or TV shows. There's not a whole lot like in the set, but they're being sold for like $40 or $50, you know? Like you guys remember that one Obi-Wan Kenobi set? Like the one where like he was fighting Darth Vader and they were literally just fighting on like this rock. And that was the kit. That was the set. And it sold for like $50. I can look for them here. If I can get out a full screen. All right. Like Lego Obi-Wan Kenobi sets or set. I mean, I'm sure it like dropped down to price. Yeah, this one. This one's like $10.24 on eBay. But it was this set right here. They gave you this for $50. Like just like a little platform here. You got like some things here because I think it was like on a mining planet or something that they were fighting on. I don't know. You get some minifigures. That's it. $50. Or let me even show you another one that's kind of baffling to me. Lego Star Wars sets. Where's the turbo tank, by the way? I hate the turbo tank. Anytime I see one in the store, I just want to like hide it, you know, from anybody, you know, making a bad purchase. I'm trying to find the one where it's like Darth Vader and the stormtroopers, they're in like the hallway. It's like the hallway scene from episode 4 when they're hijacking the ship. I don't even see it, but like it's this one. It's this one right here. This is it. And I think this sells for like 40 to 50 bucks. It's literally just a hallway, and the only like playable feature that's here is like this sliding door where the rebels are coming out. That's it. I mean, you get a Captain Rex minifigure here as well, I guess, for the sake of it. But this is it. That's all you get. And me and my friends were talking about this a few months ago. Lego really has, in a way, like, part of it has to do with play. Okay, that's still ingrained in Lego's philosophy. But it's definitely shifted more into having a display factor as well, because of this new collecting audience. They're not invested into actually like messing around with or playing with the sets. They just want to have them as part of a collection. And that is a real damn shame. It really is. And what's even worse than that, what's even worse than people collecting Legos and not like playing with them, are these two right here, these Disney adults.
Pattern you saw with Disney.
Wonderful.
Fan engineering. The product isn't the product. The product
It's not
is what
wonderful.
The product lets you feel. Lego
But,
lets you feel like
you
you
know.
can hold a universe in your hands, piece by piece, and put it on a shelf like a trophy. That might sound harmless, but it created a premium pathway. When you build a Star Wars set, you're not paying for plastic.
It's not Gunpla.
You're paying for access to a memory. You're paying for the right to touch a story you grew up with. And once you're paying for memory, the price ceiling moves. Then Lego did something even smarter.
See, okay. I should probably clarify or like expand on that. With like what I meant by like it's not Gunpla. Like, okay. Lego, the one factor that separates Gunpla from Lego is play. Okay? This is catered to children. Okay? Children to teens. Okay? And then adults are like jumping in on this as well. Okay? So practically anybody could get on board with Lego. Right? But Gunpla, on the other hand, like, are there some kits here and there that you could probably get away with to play as if they were like action figures? Sure. I mean, I even lent my nephew who's almost 4. I lent him my entry grade RX-78 when he was over at the house the other day, or like some time ago, because of like how sturdy it was. You know, he wasn't gonna like take it apart, but the pieces were connected so tightly, so in such a way where he's able to play it as if it was like a regular toy, you know? But in general, okay? For something finicky, delicate, and has the kind of build quality as Gunpla, that's more for display, okay? That's it. That's all it is. That's separating, you know, these model kits from essentially what are supposed to be toys.
Just license IP. It turned the licensing strategy into a machine for constant renewal.
Machine.
Every time a new Star Wars film drops, Lego drops sets.
Mm-hmm.
Every time a new Marvel era launches, Lego drops sets. Every time a new Harry Potter wave hits nostalgia cycles, Lego drops sets. The brick stays the same. The wrapper keeps changing. That means Lego can sell the same core product to the same person at different stages of their life without feeling repetitive, because the story wrapper
that's actually
experience.
Oh man, that's actually true. They engineer you. They like think of it this way. If you got like, let's say you got like, when you were a toddler, you got like a Lego Duplo or Juniors like Batmobile set, right? And then when you got older, you got the ages 8 to 12 rendition of this Batmobile. And then as you got older, there's just more of these Batmobiles because they're connected to you in some way. Lego had like purposefully like been there with you throughout your life. And they're counting on that for you to just keep coming back to buy that particular Batmobile set. That's crazy. I mean, it's kind of true for me even, because, you know, what I really liked about this minifigure set, this series, this wave, was the addition of Tahu and Lloyd, because Bionicle and Ninjago had a role in my childhood, you know. So, you know, of course I wanted to have those minifigures. You know, they reminded me of a time that I really enjoyed. Now, does it mean I'm gonna like go out and buy anything else that's like Ninjago related or has Lloyd or anything like that? No, because, you know, how I've grown up, I've matured and have learned like to kind of like control my spending habits, as well as, you know, and interests change as well. Like, I'm not really like as interested or invested into like Ninjago as I used to be back when I was a kid. I haven't bought a Ninjago set since I was like, what, 11, 12 even? So, you know, like, I wouldn't know. I mean, I'd probably be the first in line if they ever like did a Bionicle like reboot and let's just did a new wave of Bionicles all of a sudden. But besides that, I mean, that the hype would probably be short-lived for me. I would probably just get like one set and that's it. But no, that brings up a good point of like Lego buying in on this on the nostalgia.
On kids aging in and aging out. Lego figured out how to stop aging out from being a problem. Instead of losing you at 12, it brings you back at 25 and tells you it's design. It brings you back at 35 and calls it mindfulness. It brings you back at 45 and calls it collecting. It's the same psychological trick, just relabeled for adult pride. And you
That's a bathroom.
See the shift happen in public.
The Lego bathroom.
Lego
The hell?
explicitly started leaning into adults as a growth segment, with marketing that basically said the quiet part out loud. Adults are welcome here. That wasn't just a campaign line.
Yeah.
That was a business model statement.
That was an invitation.
Once Lego publicly embraces adults, it can build product lines designed for adult wallets, Bigger sets, display sets, architectural sets, art sets, botanical sets, premium collector sets.
Oh man.
Those sets do two
And
things.
who's buying those, by the way? Like, you ever notice, like, the thing I've noticed is that there's certain sets that people are gonna buy way more than others. Like, I don't think anybody is really all that hyped about any of the Lego botanical sets. Are they nice to get? I'm sure they are. But people are more than likely gonna want to buy, like, I don't know, a Lego TIE Fighter, or maybe something from Lego City, or some kind of Lego Spider-Man set. Who knows? Right? But to have, like, that avenue of adults coming into the market, what I think Lego has done is that obviously there's going to be sets catered to a much more, like, mature audience, maybe, in terms of, like, the build, the structure, and things like that, of, like, how many pieces you can put together. But they're also so open to who can buy whatever set, you know? Like, there may be sets catered to adults, like this one here in the background, but there's also people who will buy, you know, the much more, or buy, like, the sets that are more catered to younger audiences as well. Like, somebody my age, who's like 24, 25, they'll probably buy something that's catered to the 12-year-old demographic. You know? And those people happen to be the collectors. They're the scalpers.
They reduce the problem of substitution. A parent buying a $30 toy has alternatives.
They're the people who are buying these sets and saving them up for resale.
For a toy anymore. They feel like they're buying a project. And project spending is psychologically protected. People cut impulse buys when money is tight, but they justify projects as investments in themselves. That's why Lego is so resilient, even when the economy gets weird. It's not competing purely in the toy aisle. It's competing in the same mental category as home decor, wellness, hobbies, and identity purchases. And that brings us to the most important part of the Lego story. Lego doesn't just sell product. Lego sells permission. Permission to be childish without feeling childish. This is the cleanest psychological monetization move of the 2020s. The normalization of adult nostalgia as self-care. Lego didn't invent that trend, but it mastered it. The broader consumer economy moved into "you deserve this" mode, and Lego became one of the least controversial ways to scratch that itch. You can buy a Lego set and feel like you're doing something wholesome. You can build it with your partner and call it bonding. You can build it alone and call it mindfulness. You can display it and call it taste. Lego is the rare consumer product that turns spending into virtue. And because of that, Lego is printing results that would make most consumer CEOs cry. In 2024, Lego reported record revenue and record operating profit, and management explicitly pointed to strong demand, market share gains, and a growing adult segment as part of the story.
Oh, I bet.
That matters because the toy industry is not supposed to behave like this.
No.
Toys are supposed to be cyclical, vulnerable, seasonal, easily disrupted by screens. Lego is behaving like a luxury goods company that also happens to be family.
Smart brick. That's a luxury.
Doing differently. First, Lego doesn't chase every trend. It absorbs trends into its system. When gaming became dominant,
Devours.
Lego didn't try to compete by becoming a video game company overnight. It experimented, partnered, learned, and then started building bridges between physical and digital in ways that don't dilute the core brand. The Lego Fortnite partnership
excuse
is
you.
a perfect example of this strategy.
Got my dog in here.
Lego doesn't abandon the brick.
Yakking.
It exports the brick identity into a digital world where kids already live.
Oh, into
And it makes
oh
the
my
digital
god. I didn't even think about this. Yeah. Like to have your product in like other mediums as well, like video games and TV shows, things like that. It's in your face constantly. And it kind of like incentivizes you to want to buy the sets, you know? Yeah, that's actually something I forgot. Because, you know, when I was a kid, I played like Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga, and I obviously wanted to like get Lego sets because of that game. Or Lego Batman, because of the Lego Batman video game. But yeah, I mean, it's literally just an ad. That's all it is. That's the theme of today's stream. Just an ad. Everything's a fucking advertisement these days.
Experience feel like Lego, not like a random reskin. The fact that Lego and Epic built a Lego mode inside Fortnite and kept expanding it shows Lego understands where attention lives now.
Oh my
and
god.
It's willing to meet people
Lego
there without
Fortnite.
losing its own language. Second, Lego's product strategy is built on what other companies forget. Friction can be a feature. Most modern entertainment is frictionless. Autoplay, infinite scroll, instant gratification. Lego is the opposite. Lego is hours of
You gotta
work,
build it.
and that's exactly why it's valuable. It creates what streaming can't, a sense of earned satisfaction. You finish a set and you feel like you accomplished something. That feeling is addictive in a world where most consumption leaves you empty. Lego is basically selling earned dopamine. Third, Lego's brand is unusually clean in a dirty attention economy. A lot of modern brands get dragged into culture wars, politics, and identity battles because
Oh
their
my god,
messaging
Nestle.
tries to do too much. Lego is not immune to controversy, but the core
I
product is still seen
mean,
as constructive.
here's the thing. Anything Lego does that's controversial, it's more so it revolves mostly around itself. Like it doesn't get political, it doesn't get well, I mean at times it kind of does. Really. Like on the few occasions when it does involve something other besides Lego, there can be controversies, but for the majority of what's considered controversial with Lego, it just has to do with Lego itself. Whether it's pricing, quality of the builds, or especially the smart bricks as well. I mean, scalping is another thing. That's another huge concern with Lego, but that's kind of something that's somewhat outside of Lego's control. And I say somewhat loosely because they have a say in like what sets can be in and out of the market, while at the same time setting the price points, the MSRP on them.
Creative, safe. That gives Lego access to something most brands lost in the 2020s, broad trust. And broad trust is a business advantage because it lowers the emotional cost of buying. When people feel stressed, they don't only stop spending. They shift spending toward things that feel emotionally safe. Lego is one of those things. Now here's the twist that makes this story bigger than Lego is doing great. Lego's modern dominance is not just because of what it sells. It's because of what it refuses to be. Lego watched the toy industry get eaten by cheap licensing, cheap plastic, cheap attention. And it made a different bet. It bet that adults will pay for quality and meaning. It bet that parents will pay for brands they trust. It bet that the physical world still matters. And it bet that creativity is a defensible emotional product. And the numbers suggest that bet is working at scale. But Lego isn't just sitting still. It's expanding the machine.
Oh
One
no.
of the most interesting moves in the
Oh
LEGO
no.
ecosystem is the way it's been building LEGO as a place.
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about Smart Brick.
Discovery
Fuck.
centers, branded experiences,
Yeah.
licensed theme parks, pop-up events. These aren't just side hustles. They're the physical version of what Disney did with parks. Turn a brand into a destination, then charge for access to
Yeah.
the feeling.
Yeah.
And the reason this matters in 2026 is that LEGO is increasingly operating in the same
I mean, Lego is to the toy industry what Disney is to
and a more flexible product.
movie and television, if you think about it.
Merlin Entertainments, which operates Legoland parks and other attractions, has faced heavy debt pressure, and financial coverage has discussed asset sales like Lego Discovery Centers as part of its liquidity picture. That matters because it shows the economics behind experiences are messy. They are capital intensive, sensitive to consumer spending, and tied to real-world operating costs in a way pure digital businesses aren't. LEGO's advantage is that it doesn't have to bet the company on experiences. It can use experiences as an amplifier for a brand that already prints money through product. In other words, LEGO can treat experiences like marketing that pays for itself, not like the main survival engine. That's a privileged position, and it's not an accident. Because LEGO's near-death experience in the early 2000s trained it to fear overexpansion, LEGO learned what happens when you try to be everything. So modern LEGO expands like a disciplined empire.
Otherwise, you become GE.
Moves, brand protected, system first. So here's the LEGO adult phenomenon in plain English. LEGO is selling adults a controlled environment where the world makes sense. That sounds dramatic, but think about what modern life feels like. Notifications, news cycles, political chaos, work stress, money pressure.
That's the George Lucas
feels like it's getting worse.
Lego set spoof.
Experience.
Just in this pool of money.
With a solvable outcome. A box, instructions, a beginning, a middle,
And an end.
A clean win. In a world where most people feel like they're losing control, LEGO gives them a guaranteed win they can touch. That's why the adults welcome era worked. LEGO isn't just saying adults can buy toys. LEGO is offering adults a ritual. Open the box,
Experience.
sort the bags, build the base, watch the shape emerge, display it, take a photo, post it, join the tribe, repeat. And once it becomes ritual, it becomes recurring revenue without being a subscription. That is insanely valuable. Because consumers are increasingly hostile to subscriptions, but they still crave rituals. LEGO gives them a ritual with a physical payoff. Now let's talk about the part people argue about, pricing. LEGO is expensive. Everyone knows it. People joke about it, parents complain, adults justify it anyway. And this is where LEGO's business genius becomes almost cynical. LEGO's high prices reinforce the perception that LEGO is better. Not just in quality, but in moral positioning. If something is expensive, people assume it's not junk. If something is expensive, people treat it with respect. If something is expensive, it becomes a status signal. Not a loud status signal like a Rolex, a quiet one. The kind that fits the responsible adult with taste identity. Which means LEGO is now playing in the same psychological territory Target played in at its peak. Curated.
What did Target do?
The difference is that LEGO's product is less politically charged, more evergreen, and tied to childhood.
I gotta look into this Target boycott.
And that leads to the uncomfortable question the video should end on. Is LEGO the healthiest nostalgia product in capitalism? Or is it just the cleanest?
Oh, I thought they were gonna talk a little bit more about the on the pricing aspect, but like the other thing too is that Lego, they bought what was that site called, Bricklink, where like people can they can like it's like this forum site that people can like post like how much a certain brick or certain Lego product costs, a minifigure. They like dictate like what how much that is in the third party market. and they also sell them too. People, you know, can trade pieces. You know, they can sell them. But yeah, they bought that, so now they can see what people are pricing minifigures, certain parts, bricks, all of that, and dictate the kind of prices they want out of the sets they put out. That's pretty shady, if you ask me.
Because LEGO absolutely benefits from the same macro trend we exposed in our Disney Adults video. Corporations extending childhood consumption.
I'm making an assumption here, but like they bought the site. What else are they gonna do with it?
When you zoom out, LEGO has pulled off the ultimate consumer trick. It made regression look like growth. It took an activity associated with childhood and rebranded it as adult wellness, adult creativity, adult identity, adult design. It created a world where buying toys is not embarrassing, it's aspirational. And from a business standpoint, that's almost unstoppable. But it also creates a deeper cultural shift. Adults are increasingly choosing consumption that feels like creation. They're buying boxes to build rather than building their own lives. They're mastering sets rather than mastering skills. They're curating shelves rather than curating savings. That's not an anti-LEGO argument. It's the real tension that makes the story worth watching and worth arguing about. Because LEGO is, at the same time, one of the most genuinely creative products in modern consumer culture, and one of the smartest machines for monetizing nostalgia in modern capitalism. Both things can be true. So when you look at LEGO in 2026, record results, adult expansion, digital partnerships, physical experiences.
Oh God, Pokemon.
You're not looking at a toy company that got lucky. You're looking
What a
at
train wreck that was.
how to turn a brick into a psychological product. A product that makes childhood feel productive. A product that makes spending feel like self-care. A product that makes nostalgia feel like identity. LEGO didn't just survive the attention economy. It found the loophole. While everything else became faster, cheaper, noisier, and more disposable, LEGO became slower, pricier, calmer, and more permanent, and convinced the market that this is what premium looks like now. And that's the real question to leave people with. Did LEGO save creativity, or did it simply price it? Because if LEGO's future keeps going the way it's going,
they priced
more
it.
Adult sets, more premium tiers, more IP wrappers, more digital expansion, the next generation won't just grow up with LEGO. They'll grow up expecting to pay luxury prices for the feeling of building something real. And that might be LEGO's greatest success, and the most revealing story of what modern consumers are actually buying in 2026.
All right, and that is it. That is it. What is this? What video is this? Does that have to do with Call of Duty? Oh, it's the Overwatch mobile game. Okay. I'm not really interested into watching this one anymore. Unless you guys want to, but that is gonna be it, everybody. Bottom line is, be smart with your money, make good decisions, you know. Stay stashed. Don't go broke. You know. Make good investments. Make good choices. That kind of stuff. Alright. Well, I was thinking about playing Republic Commando later tonight. Honestly, I kind of feel like wanting to just keep putting on the water slides on the Zeta. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then for tomorrow, we'll just play Republic Commando. Yeah, we'll play that. I don't know how much of the game we have left, but I am enjoying it. You know, all the commands you can do for your squad, and you know, just shooting Geonosians and battle droids in first person. It's really fun. So anyways, that's gonna be it, everybody, for today's stream. Hope you guys did enjoy the video or the stream, whether you watch the VOD or the stream. It's I don't know, but yeah. To everybody who did tune in, though, thank you guys very much. You've been a good audience, and I will see you all on the next one. All right, so you all go ahead and take care, and yeah, have a wonderful rest of the day or night. All right, so see y'all later, and peace out. Bye bye.